Well, an absolute gorgeous night, 80-degree temperature, a light breeze here at Kermit-Tipton Stadium in Johnson City. We bid you a very pleasant good evening and welcome to 2023 Elizabethton Cyclone football. Yours truly, Tom Taylor, Mike Side with our superintendent. We call him Coach Richard Van Huss. And whoo, doggies, it is. We went back and added it up. It's a 99th meeting between these two. Science Hill leads the series 56-37-5, but we won the last two here in Johnson City, the magical state championship year, the first of two, of course, beating them here 28-20 on this field. Tonight, Cade Moppin and Bryson Rollins, among others, put on the show. Then we came back over here in 2021 and beat them the Railroad Rumble at East Tennessee State, 34-15. Railroad Rumble number 3. Again, we've split as the crowd continues to come in. A sea of orange over there that continue to come through. The great defending state champ Betsy Band's going to be here. And Coach, going to call you Coach all season long. As the late John Ward would say, it's football time in Tennessee and football time in Betsy.
It certainly is, Tom, and the only thing that would make tonight better is if we were playing in Citizens Bank Stadium, but other than that, it's a gorgeous night. Both of these teams, both these clubs have high hopes for the season. They've been working extremely hard, and they certainly deserve the crowd that it looks like is going to be here tonight. Once again, we know that the Cyclone fans are going to be here. They've already almost filled up all but one section. And again, I mentioned before the Betsy Band, there's nothing like football in the fall, and especially in Northeast Tennessee.
Absolutely. What a night to start the football season. 2 years ago, we were here. It was a steam bath. It came out about 85, 90 degrees. We had a thunderstorm rain, and then we came back, and it was even hotter. It seemed like it was in the tropics, so that's not the case tonight. The weather is very pleasant here, and again, we are about 30 minutes from kickoff here again at Kermit-Tipton Stadium, so a lot of storylines in this football game, but again, we'll tell you, as a school, this is game number 1,015 for Elizabethton football. We have 636 wins as a school, 353 losses and 25 ties, a winning percentage of 64%. So we go out on the field 6 out of the 10 times we come home winners.
We sure do, and that's just a testament to the spirit of our community. I think you could lump it around the spirit of our community. We think about all the players down through the years and the incredible coaches we've had that have led the program, and just the support that we get from the community. It's all of those factors that make it such a special place.
Pregame show brought to you by Phil's Dream Pit, brand new sponsor. They're on board. Again, we're also a brand new sponsor. We're very excited to say, because I read a lot tonight off the wall, Ford of Elizabethton and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Elizabethton, our brand new title sponsor. We're very excited about that. Then at halftime, we have the coffee company coming in, Frankie Bailey, talking to us along with A&R Auto. So we got a lot of new sponsors, the Eagle Center, Duck Crossing, Randall Birchfield. It's going to be our starting lineup sponsor for the ball game. So we continue to add folks, and we can't thank you enough out there for being so receptive, not only with your listening ear, but with your dollars to, again, pave the way so we can go out here and call these games on the road and at home both for Cyclone Sports 2023. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. We'll take a look at this rivalry. Again, the 99th meeting between these two. Been some great football games. We'll talk about it after this from Phil's Dream Pit. You're watching, listening to Elizabethton Cyclone football. Buddy Michaela Miller from Phil's Dream Pit. Catering. Tell us catering opportunities using Phil's Dream Pit.
Well, where do I start? You call me, you tell me how many people you want. It's $13.99 per person. It'll be a 15% gratuity on top of that with a $200 setup and serve fee. And what that's going to get you is me and a team of 5 or 6, depending on how many I need, will come out. I'll set up my food. I make your sandwiches. We'll serve all your sides. We clean up, get out of your hair, and you never know we were there.
What are the options on the menu?
Pretty much it's open game.
Anything?
Yeah, open game.
Yep.
Okay, the hash brown casserole. We don't do the hash brown casserole in bulk or catering at all.
349-6437. Catering opportunities for any event coming up. Give them a call right here at Phil's Dream Pit. The quest for perfect barbecue, catering any event. Call her, ask for Michaela, and let her step you through how she can help you with catering from Phil's Dream Pit, one of our great sponsors on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and on Cyclone Football.
This is Pastor Fallow, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church in Elizabethton, and we'd love to have you come be with us. You and your family be with us on Sunday. I'm standing here in the lobby at our visitors table, our welcome table, and there's packets made up with tells you a little more about the church and get acquainted card, and then also a mug and some things in there for you to take with you to remind you to pray for us. And we've got a place for you and your family and want you to come. Our goal is for you to know the Lord Jesus Christ as your Savior, but beyond that, to find your purpose and contentment in life of knowing Him, walking with Him, and serving Him each day. And so we want you and your family to come be with us Sunday morning, Sunday night, or Wednesday night. We're looking forward to seeing you soon. You can find a little more information about us online at pleasantbeachbaptist.com.
Back at Kermit-Tipton Stadium, yours truly, Tom Taylor, Mike Side with Richard Van Huss, Coach Van Huss. Again, the inflated helmets down there. We are about, let's see, what's the countdown? It had it on the clock down on the field.
Yeah, the clock just went off.
Clock went off, but it's about 25 minutes from kickoff.
Pretty close. Yes, sir.
So, again, it's game number 1015. Hello to Bob Thomas in Dallas, Texas. How you doing, sir? Thank you. 636 wins, 353 losses, and 25 ties in this series. This will be the 99th meeting. We trailed the series 56-37-5. The average score when we played Science Hill down through the years has been 18-15. We've had some lopsided affairs. We'll talk about that in a moment. Sean Witten against Science Hill, the 17th meeting. He is 5-11 overall, but we've won and we've dominated this series over the last 3 or 4 or 5 years. And as we said, we've won 2 out of the last 3, again, against Science Hill. And so you look at the 3 highest point productions as a school. We beat them 67-7 back in 1943. We beat them 56-20 in 1999, and we beat the Hilltoppers 49-12 in 1998. So, Coach, we've had some success against them, and we've had some lopsided scores. They've had some lopsided scores, so it's really been just a really, really good rivalry.
It really has, and I think when you talk about the 99th meeting, you're going to see a little bit of everything, in the previous 98, and you've certainly seen that. Again, when you think about the win totals, the series being 56, 37, and 5, certainly we'd like to have more than 37, but, there's lots of challenges and things that our community embraces, and part of it's being the underdog, and most every time we walk on the field with Science Hill, we're going to be the underdog, and that's okay.
Yeah.
We performed well in that role.
For those of you out there that don't know about our school systems, how many kids we have? About 800 and something?
You know what? This is right now we have 899 students. That's the largest enrollment we've had in oh my goodness, maybe 20 plus years.
Awesome.
So, but yes, talked yesterday to Tia Duggar's football team and try to give them a comparison. Science Hill has more boys in their school than we have students total in ours.
There you go.
You kind of get a feel for what the numbers game is.
But that doesn't stop the orange and black. They say, come on, we'll take on all takers. We're getting ready to play DB later this year. They're big or even bigger, I think, than Science Hill. So we're very excited about this football game, about this football team, and this football season, for that matter. So you look, the most points Sean scored against Science Hill in his 16 meetings, rather. He put 36 on them back in 2018. The fewest we've scored 3 times, including last year, only mustered 7 points. And then the most allowed back in 2017, they got us pretty good. They put 50 on us. We lost 50-25. Sean was on the show yesterday. He said, look, last year we got out-coached. We got outplayed. We weren't ready to go. We still lost 17-7. We still had a chance to win the football game. He said a couple of special team breakdowns, missed a field goal, had a blocked punt. We all remember what happened with Cade. And so for all those reasons, he said, our kids from last year's team come back this year, got a little chip on their shoulder. They want to prove that last year we were better than we showed, losing 17-7.
When you have 2 communities that are this close together,
Yep.
and in this day and time, 2023, it's even closer than it was back in my day. So they see these other players all over the community, and so there's bragging rights involved. So I can assure you, they've been focusing on that since last year's meeting.
Absolutely. Quick break. Pre-game show brought to you by Phil's Dream Pit. We'll be right back after this. You're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone Football. We'll get ready to bring you the starting lineups and the keys to the game. We are 24 minutes away from kickoff on an electric night in Johnson City, Tennessee. Here's Sherry Holtzlaw of the Jewelers Bench. We have show and tell, and what do we have here, young lady?
So this is...
We're great sponsors on Cyclone Football. Again, the great folks at Ivy Hall Nursing Home. Joseph Taylor, tell us what it's all about.
Yes, sir. We specialize in short-term rehab or long-term care. We accept all major insurances. We accept Medicare, Medicaid. What we really love is people that come in that have had a knee replacement, hip replacement, come to Ivy Hall for some inpatient rehab. We have physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We have a full-time respiratory therapist. And Tom, you can see I'm a big guy, so you know I like food. I know good food, and Ivy Hall specializes in home-cooked meals, three good meals a day. You can catch me every day right at the door getting my tray myself.
There you go. That's awesome. How do we find out more about Ivy Hall on social media?
Yes, sir. We have a Facebook page, Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook, or a website, ivyhallnursing.com.
One of our great sponsors, folks. Glad to have them on board. Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Would you please?
Eagle Center Co-op is a great collection of antiques and collectibles, coins, cast iron, vintage furniture, artwork, just about anything that you can think of. And I always say that it's full of things from the past that tell a story when people no longer can. So lots of things to add character and conversation to your home, handmade jewelry, just about anything that you can think of, we've got it.
You have a waiting list. How many vendors right now?
We have close to 50 vendors, and we have a 2-page waiting list for people who would like to become vendors, and hopefully we can work those in somehow. It's exciting.
Hours are open?
We're open 10 to 5, Monday through Saturday.
And social media?
Social media is on Facebook at Eagle Center Co-op, and we're located at 507 East Elk Avenue in downtown Elizabethton. Beautiful downtown.
Beautiful downtown. Be loyal. Buy local, and buy it in Betsy at Eagle Center Co-op in downtown Elizabeth, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Football. Back at Kermit-Tipton Stadium, yours truly, Tom Taylor, along with Coach Van Huss. Pregame show continues, brought to you by Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. That's pretty dadgum good, I can tell you that. So we will, again, tell you this is the 99th meeting. Science Hill leads the series 56-37-5. And the average score is 18-15. You'll see in behind us, we're also the snacks chairman back here. We got a soda pop dispenser back here behind us, too. So it starts and stops Jason Swartz, the quarterback for Science Hill. This kid's the real deal. Senior coming back, and he took them to the quarterfinals last year and the 6A playoffs. An outstanding talent. They lost a lot of guys. But Jason Swartz is the guy you got to stop.
He sure is. He sure is. Last year, the game against Elizabethton was kind of his coming out party, and he certainly performed well there and continued to get better as the season went along. So this is certainly one of the strengths of this football team for the 2023 season.
Went by and get some numbers for Sean Witten's, again, 17th season. And you have, in the 16 years he's coached, he scored 20 points at least 22 times. He scored 30 points 32 times. He scored at least 40 points 44 times. He scored 50 points or more 29 times. He scored 60 points or more 10 times. And then he went out and put 70 points on Sullivan Central back in 2020. Beat them 70-34. So some high-powered offense in this football team. We're going to need it again tonight against a team that's come back with a lot of defensive starters. They're a good football team defensively, and we're a good football team defensively, so we're about to see how it's going to roll. We'll take a look at starting lineups come up right after this. We are live here at Kermit-Tipton Stadium as you are watching and listening to Elizabethton Cyclone football.
At Northeast Community Credit Union, we know the importance of taking care of your family and building our community. Are you remodeling your home, trading cars for your next road trip, or maybe you're considering an in-ground pool or a boat for the lake? Our loans are easy, fast, and convenient with the lowest payments around. Act now before rates go up. Apply online at bmycu.org, call us, or come see us in Elizabethton, Johnson City, or Rome Mountain. We have the loan you need.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in there gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
It's important to hire a professional because you want a quality, trained, and licensed person working in your home. All of my staff are factory trained and have years of experience. With today's technology in heating and air conditioning systems, you want a trained professional working on your system. Our motivation to provide our customers with the best service is years of experience. We've been in business for 35 years and we plan on being in business for another 35 years, so we want to make our customers happy.
At Carter County Bank, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to make them happen. We're here along the way so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Carter County Bank, in the business of happiness.
Back at Kermit-Tipton Stadium, yours truly, Tom Taylor, Mike Side. A chance to hear him at halftime coming up tonight. And so we get ready for the starting lineup of this football game. Hello to Josh Rasnick, Jimmy Buck, Charlotte Tolley, Jim Vaughn. Hello, Horace, Chuck Russell, Donna Townsend down in Nashville, Bob Thomas in Dallas. Thank you, folks, for being with us very, very much. Charlotte Tolley will not see the band at halftime. So let me just go ahead and tell you one time to cover the whole thing. We can't show anything on this field tonight at all. None. So would we like to? Yes. So you can keep asking, but I'm just going to tell you, they've said no. And so we don't like it, but we're here. And when in Rome, you got to do as Romans do. So we'll get a chance to see them in a couple of weeks. Get your tickets September the 15th. They'll be at the bank, and we'll have them ready to go on September 15th against Daniel Boone. So we would love to show the entire game, but they said no, and so here we are. All right, starting lineups, 59-59, serving East Tennessee since 1977. So here we go, starting lineup. We'll start with the defense. On the front, and they're tough, folks. Mason Ball, 6'3", 245, senior. The other defensive end, Ben Adams, 6'2", 195, junior. Tackles, Eli Guest, 6'2", 265, senior. Landon Hughes, 6'2", 275, junior. The Cyclones get ready to come out on the field, and all white here coming in the inflatable helmet. They're getting ready to race out on the field here momentarily, and I guarantee you, you'll hear the Cyclone Nation go bananas over here in a minute. In fact, we'll see if we can't turn that mic over and put up in the window, Coach, for just a second. Let's capture when the Cyclones players come out on the field in all white, carrying, of course, the flags of the military branches and the stars and stripes. If that don't get you fired up, your wood's wet, I'm just going to tell you. Linebackers, Landry Buckles, 6', 195, junior. Justice Wallen, 6'1", 195, sophomore. Zeth Mullins, 6', 175, senior. Defensive secondary, corners, Eli Blevin, 6'3", 175, senior. Bryson Rowland, 5'11", 175, junior. Free safety, Luke Whaley, 5'11", 165, senior. And strong safety, Zach Wallen, the 5'11", 165, sophomore. That is your defensive set for your starters for the Elizabethton Cyclones. Randall Birchfield Real Estate and Auction bringing you the starting lineup for the offensive side. Quarterbacking, we think it's a last-minute decision, but I'm fairly certain it's Red Schlegel, 6', 185, sophomore. Running back, Caleb Holzer, 5'11", 165, senior. Wideouts, Jariah Griffin, 5'11", 165, junior. Luke Whaley, 5'11", 165, junior. Eli Blevin, 6'3", 165, senior. Cam Baker, 6'2", 175, senior. Tight end, Mason Ball. We'll see him tonight, Coach. He could be a big weapon in this football game. Big weapon. Should be.
No doubt about that, Tom. Just watching the scrimmages, he's been dominant along with that defensive front. definitely one of the strengths of the Cyclone team is that defensive front. So I'm really interested to see how they match up with the Topper offensive line.
Halfback is Mason Hall, 5'10", 205 senior. Left tackle up front, Corey Green, 6'2", 285 senior. Left guard, Josh Hayes, 5'11", 275 senior. Center sophomore, Braden Rainwater, 6', 235 sophomore. Right guard, Kyron Small, 6', 210 junior. And the right tackle is Seth Campbell, 6'2", 300-pound junior. That's your starting lineup, brought to you by Randall Birchfield Real Estate and Auction. Here they come. Down the far sideline in front of the standing ovation of the Cyclone Nation, dressed out in orange tonight. It's an orange out, and they're going nuts over there, and why would they not? It's the Elizabethton Cyclones and the Betsy Band, our defending state champ band. Oh, they're loud and proud. That's them you're hearing, folks, across the way. Wow. The hairs are standing up on my arm, folks, I'm telling you. Love bringing you Elizabethton Cyclone Sports. Just love it. How about yesterday? Let me let you hear the rest of the Betsy Band here. And that, my friend, is plumb nice right there. Woo, doggies. All right, Coach, we are getting ready for a kickoff coming up here in a few minutes. About 11 minutes till kickoff. Keys tonight for the Cyclones to get a big W and head to Morristown West next Friday.
Yeah, well, I kind of already gave away one of my keys, and again, that's our defensive front against Science Hill's offensive line. Are we able to control the line of scrimmage and get some pressure on Swartz to make it difficult for him to throw to those speedy receivers that he has on the outside? That's the first key. Second key on offense for the Cyclones, we have to be able to move the ball. We have to be able to pick up first downs and eat up some clock, keep the ball out of the hands of that potent Topper offense. So those two things, typically in the first game of the season, you're going to look at things like penalties. You're going to look at things like turnovers, those type things. Typically, a team that can minimize that is going to put themselves in great position to win the football game. So, again, which team can minimize mistakes, I think, will also be a huge key in this game.
Cyclones in all white with orange numerals trimmed out in black, or black and orange helmets across the way. Good crowd. They're jammed in there, folks. The stands aren't that big, but they're big enough to accommodate a big sea of orange across the way, representing your Elizabethton Cyclones. More of the pregame show. We're about 10 minutes from kickoff. Coin toss coming up. You're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone football. Talking to Dr. Justin Smith, one of our great sponsors here at the Tom Dillon Sports Show and Elizabethton Cyclone Sports. A lot of them out there. What do you feel like separates physical therapy services from all the competition?
Well, number one is that we're local. The money that you spend with us stays here. Mm-hmm. This is not a large corporate venture that your money goes to Florida or Miami or up to Chicago or wherever. We are a true mom and pop facility. We pride ourselves on that, number one. Number two, we don't have a bunch of higher-ups, VPs, multiple presidents that we have to end up making a bunch of profit to be able to pad their pockets. The money that we make in physical therapy services, we reinvest back into the community. So that's why we have our Class 4 laser, we have our Ultra G, we have all the equipment that nobody else in the area has. And we can provide services and for the people of Elizabethton, of Carter County, Roan Mountain, Hampton, Stony Creek, Mountain City, Johnson City. That's why we have people from all over the area that flock to our facility because they know they're going to get the best care, the state-of-the-art care with the most state-of-the-art equipment.
It's awesome. Can't top that, folks. Great sponsor of the Tom Dillon Sports Show and Elizabethton Cyclone Sports. Great folks at Physical Therapy Services.
Really easy way to feed a family or a bunch of people, and we start them off at 4 Dream pack for 4 runs $32.99, gives you a pound of meat. You can do pulled pork or pulled chicken, either one at that price. 3 sides, it's a pint each, so it's a 4-ounce serving of meat, 4-ounce serving of 3 different sides, gives you a really good meal that'll fill you up. It's not something that you eat and you're hungry later, an hour later. I'm going to include your buns, your barbecue sauce. Instead of picking up a pizza, come by here, pick up a Dream pack. Your family will thank you. And if you need it for more people, the breakdown on it's $8.25 a person. 12 people, for instance, is $99. You'll see that advertising out from us in a lot of different places. Feed 12 people for $99. That gives you 2 pounds of meat, 1.5 quarts of each side. Still gives you the bun, still the barbecue sauce. Really, really popular. I had a group at Eastman just order a 16 for Wednesday. So you call us ahead. We can do as many people as you want. We do 100 people, 200 people. We'll put those in pans for you, or as few as 4. So in even numbers, however many you want, $8.25 a person. You can't beat it.
Cannot beat it, folks. Again, here at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. The phone number is 349-6437. Hours are open
11 to 7, Tuesday through Saturday. We take Sunday and Monday off, but we're here the rest of the week.
Social media
on Facebook, maybe Instagram later if one of my kids shows me how to use it, but right now it's on Facebook. That's where people watch you, so we'll figure they've got it here.
And the website is?
Website is philsdreampit.com.
You got it.
I see a familiar face here. Looks like he's ready to talk to you.
He is. That's our buddy Jeff.
Going to talk some NASCAR, I'm betting.
That's our buddy Brian Pipkin, the owner of Phil's Dream Pit, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back at Kermit Tipton Stadium, yours truly, Tom Taylor, along with Richard Van Huss, audio only tonight. So let's take a look and kind of describe this field for you. It's all, of course, a artificial surface. We go left to right on this end zone and has toppers in garnet and gold. The toppers spelled out in gold. On the other end would be toppers as well. They have an inflatable helmet. They'll come down out of their field house coming up in a moment and come down and run to a T of sorts from right to left here. The Cyclones dressing in the far locker room over here at Kermit Tipton Stadium. And, of course, we're in all white, as we said, with orange numerals trimmed out in black. Science Hill down on the field will come out in black with garnet numbers trimmed out in gold. Their co-captains right down there for the coin toss be 75, Brody Barnett, the senior. 57, Tristan Smith, who's a load. He's a senior. Also, hello, Jimmy Stout down in Georgia. How you doing, sir? Also, number 9, that would be Matthew Marsh, and also number 11, the one that makes them go, Jason Swartz, the senior quarterbacks, the 4 co-captains here on the near sideline for the coin toss for the Science Hill Hilltoppers, the veteran coach Stacy Carter, the winningest coach in Northeast Tennessee, and our man Sean Whitten, of course, is the second winningest coach actively in Northeast Tennessee. So, of course, Sean again with 152, all-time winningest coach at Elizabethton, his grandfather, the late, great Coach Dave Ryder. Science Hill come down out of the locker and getting ready to run through their inflatable helmet from right to left here. The place is packed. There's folks still coming down the steps. Coach over there on the far side. Science Hill coming down the field. SHHS, the 4 individual flags and the stars and stripes out in front of that. Thank you. We always want to say thanks to our military serving this great country. Without them, we couldn't be enjoying this game today. So thank you, present, past, and ones who have to serve in the future and get to serve in the future. We thank you, our military, making this the greatest country in the world. Hello to Carl Wilson and Kathy Forbes and Michael Grindstaff and Regina Shepard and Ryan Owen and Monica Bennett. Thank you all for being with us. Again, audio only tonight, but we'll paint the picture best we can. Coach, those keys again or what?
Couldn't hear you there. Sorry. So, again, it's our defensive line against Science Hill's offensive line. it's also limiting turnovers and ball control on the Cyclone for the Cyclone standpoint of being able to control the clock a little bit to keep the ball out of the potent Topper offense's hands.
Absolutely. That's pretty much how it's going to go. Our offense, we beat Westridge 28-7 in the scrimmage. We beat Union 21-7. We had touchdown passes by Red Schlegel, also touchdown passes by Justin Whitehead, and also touchdown passing by our freshman Jackson Price. So all three quarterbacks tossed touchdowns in the scrimmages. What does that mean? That means they tossed touchdown passes in the scrimmages. Jeriah Griffin got a couple of touchdown passes. Luke Whaley caught one, and I think I got them all. I may have forgotten some, but I don't have them written here in front of me. But we do want to pay tribute to last night's. How about it? The T.A. Duggar Cyclones winning 50-0 on the opening night of the season. Bryson Blevins threw for 2 and ran for 1. Legend Pate, the 7th grader, remember this kid's name. He is going to be special. He is special. Legend Pate, a 6 and 55-yard run. Aldo Cordell, a 41-yard pass interception for a touchdown. Ryan Jones, his granddaddy was listening in Nebraska, which I thought was pretty cool. 29-yard pass from Blevins and a 22-yard pass interception to, again, win it going away for the Cyclones, 50-0. So, big. There we go. All right. Coin toss down the middle of the field with William Green. Here's our co-captains going out on the field for the Cyclones, Coach.
Yes, for the Cyclones, it's number 54, Wyatt Pitzenbarger. Let's see. Hold up there. I think number 15, Luke Whaley.
Yep.
If you see number 70.
There's some big old boys out there on both sides of the football. Science Hills guys, we can't see our guys because we're across the way, facing us, of course, here at Kermit Tipton Stadium.
We'll get you those other two captains in just a second, Tom.
Yep. Cyclones and the Hilltoppers in the coin toss here. Standing room only. I don't know what it is on this side because we're up here in the press box, but over there it is standing room only in a sea of orange.
Mr. Green is going to flip the coin.
We have number 68, Corey Green.
68, Corey Green, one of our 4 co-captains out there. Coin toss.
Josh Hayes is the other captain.
And Josh Hayes. Thank you, sir. So we have coin toss has been concluded. Decision has been made. And who gets the football? The Cyclones get it, and we're going to take it to get this party started. So we have won the coin toss, and so the Elizabethton Cyclones getting ready to get with it here on a beautiful, beautiful night for football. Coach, across the way, sir, the band's to our right on that end of the stands, loud and proud in their black shirts and beige pants, and the rest of the stands are a sea of orange. They're still coming down the steps trying to get in. We got an overflow crowd. The Cyclone Nation's traveled well tonight.
They certainly did, and not surprised at all. We talk all the time, no matter what the activity is, the Cyclone faithful are going to be there. Our community supports our student athletes and our entire school system and students and everything they do. It's just an honor to be a part of the community. But you're right, Tom. People are still lined up to get in at the top of the hill there, but there are no seats on our side. And I remember several years ago a Science Hill Elizabethton game at Dave Ryder Field, Brown Childers Stadium, and came out for pregame. People were lined all the way down to the field, and I remember Mr. Hunt, the voice of the South. And I think these individuals are going to have to find some grass because there's no seats available for these other fans coming in now.
Here's the verse of the day. We always dedicate our broadcast to the man who hung on the cross, unashamedly do that. Psalms 19:14 says, "May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing in your sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer." Psalms 19:14, the verse of the day for the broadcast. Cyclones going right to left here. Overflow crowd to watch it. And so they'll tee it up. And again, Science Hill in all black. Their numbers are garnet, trimmed out in gold. And the Cyclones in all white. Orange numerals trimmed out in black. The 100th year this year of Elizabethton Cyclone football. Cyclones will get it. Here we go. They're teeing it up. We are, of course, I think they told us going to have a bunch of television timeouts, so that's okay too. And so here we go. On the kickoff, we'll go left to right here, Science Hill. Waiting for the cue and back deep for the Cyclones. And there's the kick. It's a short kick. It'll be taken by the up back. They're running each other at the 25-yard line. Fair catch called for, taken by the Cyclones. Number 32 will call out the name of Andrew Blevins. And so the Cyclones set up shop, Coach, on a fair catch on the kickoff. They'll mark the football at about the soccer team down tonight playing the Rocky Top Sports Complex. So thank you. Tammy Johnson, Donna Townsend in Nashville, thank you for the prayers for her brother Jimmy. Thank you. Listening from Nashville. 1st and 10. Red Schlegel, your quarterback. Play action. Bubble screen caught far side. 25 up the field to the 30 and shoved back to the 29-yard line. Catch made on a quick hitch on the far side, Coach.
Yeah,
Jariah Griffin making the catch.
Yeah, Tom, that's a nice, safe pass right there. Good downfield blocking. A nice 5-yard pickup to start the football game.
2nd down and 5 at the 30-yard line. Working far hash mark right to left. Looking into the scoreboard here at Kermit-Tipton Stadium. 2 to the near side, the wide side of the field. Schlegel in the gun. Hands off. Up the middle. He'll take bodies out to about the 39-yard line. Toting the mail looked to be and was Caleb Holzer making the tote for the Cyclones. Tackle made by Science Hill's. Numbers are hard to pick up, sir, I'll just tell you. Looks like Necessary making the stop, and it was Baylor Necessary, the linebacker. He's a good one. 3rd down for the Cyclones. We need about a yard from the 34.5-yard line. Long count, single setback. We need about a yard and a half. Handoff, and he's going to get the first down. A double C Western Supply. First down going up between right guard and right tackle. Again, Holzer just dropped his right shoulder and his helmet and burrowed his way in and got the first down out over the 35 to about the 37. Pickup of about 3, Coach. First down, Cyclones.
Yeah, great job by the offensive line right there to give
7-yard line. Opening drive. No score, of course. And now offside, jumping in the neutral zone, the Science Hill Hilltoppers. We changed the cadence up, Coach.
Yeah, it sure did. Went on a long count there and just called that at the line, and then looking over to the sideline to get the play in, and Topper jumped into the line there, broke the line of scrimmage during that. So 5-yard penalty.
Hello to Doug and Sharon Merriman. Hello to Mike Jensen. Thank you, guys. Penalty assessed. It's out to the 42-yard line. No score. Opening start of this football game. Overflow crowd here. Gorgeous night for football. A little tinge of fall in the air. Play action near side, caught and dropped. Incomplete. That was Jariah Griffin. Threw it out on the flat. He had some real estate, but just took his eye off the ball for just a second, Coach, and dropped it. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe just a smidge. Took his eye off the ball there. It's certainly catchable. You're right. I think there was some yardage there, but no one hurt right there. Again, you're second and short, so again, having that penalty on first down certainly makes that play less impactful, certainly for the Cyclones.
Hello to our fans in Elizabethton and Carter County, and hello to Richard Grindstaff in El Paso, Texas. Thank you, sir. 41-yard line. Cyclones, handoff coming this side. That's the J-Train. He's at the 45. He barrels his way to the 50. He's inside Science Hill territory, and he fumbled the football. We'll keep it, but the J-Train cranked it out over the 50 and down inside Science Hill territory. The first look at the man we call the J-Train, and he's a hoss, 5'11", about 220, and he got us the first down, Coach. Pickup of what? Down to the 49-yard line. Picks up.
Right at about 14 yards.
I was going to say 13, 14-yard pickup of the J-Train.
And Eli Blevins, Johnny on the spot there to jump on that fumbled football. But that was a nice run. Just tuck it away there and protect that football.
We fumbled on farther down the field. We picked up 3 or 4 yards on the fumble. So we keep it, set up shop, a double C Western Supply first down at the Science Hill 43-yard line. Opening drive, Cyclones are moving the football. 3 to the far side, wide side of the field, 1 to the near side. He wants to pass. Schlegel steps up, flushed out of the pocket, swings it, and sailed it over top of the intended receiver's head of Luke Whaley. Incomplete. He got some backside pressure. He rolled to that side, Coach, stopped and planted. He probably heard the first
reach right there, 2nd and 10.
Spotting the football, 43-yard line. Clock, 9:24, first quarter, no score. Cyclones and the Hilltoppers in Johnson City. Next Friday night, Coach, and I'll be in Morristown. Take on the Morristown West Trojans.
Yeah.
Schlegel, long count, trying to draw him off. Clap once, clap twice on the cadence. We have 1 to the near side, 3 receivers to the far side. Ball's right in the middle of the field. From the Science Hill 43, Schlegel hands off to Holzer. Holzer tries to get outside, cuts back up inside, and a good stop for Science Hill. J.B. Gentry. And also number 21, Figyak. Fegyak. 3rd down, Coach. How far? 3rd down about 5?
Yeah, third, maybe a little bit more. It looks more like about maybe 6 to me, but
5.5, 6.
manageable.
All right, see what we got here. Cyclones, third down and about 6, spotting the football on the Science Hill 39-yard line. Down to about the 30, about the 33. Move the sticks. It's about 6. 5.5 or 6. See what we can do here. Schlegel looking. Throws down the middle. Caught! Jariah Griffin at the 25. First down, Cyclones.
Yeah, just draw on a skinny post right there. Very nice protection up front. And Rhett Schlegel throws a strike to Griffin for a big pickup of a first down deep into Topper territory here on this first drive. Can really draw up this first drive much better, Tom, for the Cyclones.
Cyclones moving the football. Pick up that time. We moved it from the 39 down to about, let's see what to mark the football. Forward progress on the Jariah Griffin touchdown, but the catch. Down to about the
28, maybe 28.
Inside
24,
about the 23-yard line. Picks up about 16. Here's a handoff
Big
up the middle. Big hole. It's going to be Zeth Mullins down inside the 15, down inside the 10, down to the 9-yard line. Zeth Mullins, the first look at the senior, had knee surgery earlier in the had his knee scoped earlier in the preseason. He said, man, I'm jacked up. And the senior takes it inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. The Hogs up front are blowing up some holes for the Cyclones. It's a Cyclone Double C Western Supply first down, first and goal at about the 8-yard line.
Yeah, definitely got to give a shout-out to that offensive line. They've been definitely key in this drive, been able to open up those holes and give Rhett Schlegel some protection.
Mason ball lines up on the far side as that tight end slot. Whaley to the far side. Near side, you got Griffin, and you've also got Blevins from the 9-yard line on a first and goal. Schlegel hands off up the middle. Big hole. Touchdown, yes. Cyclones. Touchdown, Zeth Mullins from 8 yards out. Oh, Coach, big hole, wide slap up, and he took it to the house. Touchdown, Elizabethton.
Yeah, I was worried. I kept wanting Zeth to turn it up, but he's down the field. He can see much better than I can. He takes it into the end zone for a big first score. Cyclones on the board to open things up here.
6-0 Cyclones at the 7:21 mark in the opening stanza. Point after by Campbell. Or is this Bowers? Let's see. Is it Bowers, the freshman? It is. Will Bowers, the freshman. So on the scoreboard end of the stadium, Cyclones strike first on a big-time run with Zeth Mullins. Ball down, it's up, it's into red, it's far enough, it's deep enough, and it is good. 7-0 Cyclones first quarter. You're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone football.
This is Andrew McKeon, president of Carter County Bank. Carter County is blessed with amazing characteristics. Natural beauty, caring people, and locally owned small businesses all make our community one of the best places in America to live. Remember to support Carter County small businesses with your purchases, because for every $100 you spend at a Carter County owned business, $45 stays here to create local jobs and support our schools. When you spend $100 at a national chain store, only $14 remains in our community. So no matter where you roam, hurry back home. Let's pull together to support local business and make our community even better. Carter County Bank is big on small business, locally owned and managed to support our first priority, Carter County and the people who live here. Visit any of our branches or go online to cartercountybank.com. Carter County Bank is a division of Bank of Tennessee, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
I walked into Chick-fil-A completely outnumbered. My husband was away at military leadership training, and the kids were doing this. Miss Carol brought me water, something to eat, and then before I knew it, she was tying Margot's shoes up and carrying her out to the car.
It always makes me feel good if I help somebody.
I went in the next day because I just wanted to make sure she knew how much I appreciated her help.
I'm just so glad there was somebody there when she really needed it.
That's gonna go on my refrigerator.
75-yard drive capped off by Zeth Mullins. 8-yard run. Cyclones hit it first. Bowers point after. 7-0 Betsy at the 7:21 mark of the first quarter. Campbell will kick it off right to left here. Overflow crowd being treated so far to a 7-0 Cyclone lead here. Campbell will kick it, drive it into red. It's a returnable ball at about the 10. He'll take it to the 15. He'll go to the 20, 25. He'll go to the 30, and he'll have it ripped out of his hand, but it falls out of bounds. He had it stripped out of his hand by the Cyclones, number 13, Bryson Rowland, but the return man, he can go. So it's a 1st and 10 for Science Hill. They'll mark the football at the Hilltopper 35-yard line.
Yeah, like we talked about, Tom, so far now in the game, we've seen 2 fumbles already. Again, early season jitters.
Absolutely. 1st and 10, Cyclones, 35-yard line. Swartz keeps it himself, runs up, all working off left side, meets helmet for helmet. We drop him at about the 37, 38-yard line. Swartz on a quarterback, almost a quarterback draw. And right there to make the stop for the Cyclones, 67, call out the name of Landon Hughes, the junior. Where's your starting lineup set, Coach?
Well, I guess on that tackle as well.
Here it is. Never mind, I got it right here. Coming to the near side, running the football to the 45-yard line. Tackle made by Jeriah Griffin and also by Luke Whaley. It was Emmett Watson, the running back. First down, Science Hills. Looking for my bad, I was looking down to the floor. One's first quarter. And now a timeout. Let's see, is it a television timeout or is it a equipment timeout? They're going to tell somebody from Science Hill, you got equipment issues, I think. Number 17 coming off field. So what did I do? 17 would be Josiah McGann. And something he had on, he had to come to the sideline, and so
making him pull his pants. I think his
britches
pants down over his kneecaps. I think.
Yep. 1st and 10, Science Hill, 46-yard line. 7-0 Cyclones first quarter. High snap, brings it down. Throws out in the flat. It's going to be caught on the far side of the 50 and up into the 45-yard line. Nothing fancy. A 3-step drop again by Swartz. Catch made by number 2. Is that right, Coach? Number 2. That'll be Famoyan.
Yes.
Stephen Famoyan moves the football down to about the 44-yard line of the Cyclones. Swartz hands off. Big hole up the middle of the 40 and down to about the 37-yard line. Picks up 7 on the first down tote. Working off left side. Cyclones bring him down. Call out the name of 63 for the Cyclones. That would be Eli Guest, the senior, drops him. No huddle offense. They're coming right back at you at the 37-yard line. They've got it. The Cyclone 37. 7-0 Betsy. Clock. 5:44 to go in the period. And now a penalty flag. They'll go take it back up the field, Coach. Let's see what's going on here.
Yeah, I missed that, Tom. I did not see the flag. That's a big one.
False start against Science Hill to take it back to the 48-yard line.
5-yard penalty.
5-yard penalty. So back to the 48. First quarter, 7-0 Cyclones. They're on the Cyclone 48-yard line, working left to right on the far hash mark. Swartz single setback. He will fake it to him, keeping himself, trying to run outside. Nothing. We got him. We stopped him at the 50-yard line. Fake the handoff. Zeth Mullins was there. And also for the Cyclones, number 20, call out the name of
Justin Wallen.
Justice Wallen,
I believe. Yeah, Justice Wallen, number 28.
Wallen and
Mullins.
Zeth Mullins making a stop at the 49-yard line. They lose a yard. Second down 11, Science Hill at the 5:05 mark in the period.
That was a pretty disciplined play, Tom, to stay at home there after the ball fake.
Single setback and a busted play, and the Cyclones blast across the line. It looks like it's going to be offside against us. So,
I believe we were a little ahead of the snap count there, Tom. We'll get that 5 yards back.
Hello, Horace. I hope I'm doing okay. I hope I'm making you proud, Horace. Carol DeBose. So they're watching TV, but listening to us. That's kind. Penalty play against the Cyclones. Down inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. 5-yard penalty. Science Hill on the move here at the 4:52 mark. 7-0 Cyclones on a Zeth Mullins 8-yard run. So they'll mark it at the 44-yard line. We run that 4-man defensive front. Mason Ball, Ben Adams out there, the defensive ends. They're good ones. So is our tackles. Swartz, single setback. Flushed out of the pocket, running for dear life. He's at the 40. He jukes him out of the 35 and brought down from behind at about the 37-yard line.
Penalty flag.
Flag again. Maybe I'm going to guess a hold. Let's see. Against Science Hill. We'll see.
I believe we're going to have a hold, Tom.
And Science Hill's walking back down the field. That very much is what should be the call. The play kind of didn't really develop like Science Hill wanted. Yep, holding against Science Hill, nullifying that run, so they'll bring it back down the field. Another penalty by the Hilltoppers. Clock at 4:26 first quarter, 7-0 Elizabethton. So the penalty flag against 2nd and 12 to mark the football at the Cyclone 45-yard line, working left to right on the far hash mark. Single setback behind Swartz. Jason gets a snap out of the gun. Looking, flushed out of the pocket's got pressure. They're after him, throws downfield. It's going to be caught. Nice catch at the 30-yard line. He went to the sideline, caught the ball, knew exactly where his feet was. Great positioning by the wide receiver. And it's Emmett Watson making a big catch down to the 30-yard line, Coach. Picks up 15.
Yeah, that was a nice play, Tom, rolling out to his left, and we had good pressure on him, and he was able to find his receiver downfield, and receiver did a tremendous job keeping just 1 foot inbound for the completion.
Marks the ball to the 31-yard line. 14-yard pickup. Coming this way, trying to get outside in trouble. He's going to be wrapped up and stop at the 35-yard line. Zeth Mullins out there again making the stop, coming into the backfield and busting up that play. And now a penalty flag downfield between the Cyclones and the Hilltoppers, getting a little extracurricular. Looks like Cam Baker's in the vicinity. And they threw the flag immediately. Some jawing going on.
I think we just had a cut. I think we just got hung up there a little bit, and then tempers flared a little bit. So we'll see what this one is.
So the penalty flag is against downfield. They got locked up. Wide receiver, defensive back, and next thing I know, a flag flies. So we'll see. I'm going to make the assumptions against us. We're talking about it. Don't know that. That's very much an assumption on my part. Clock at 3:58, first quarter, 7-0 Cyclone. Science Hill putting together a pretty good drive here. Down inside the Cyclone 35 is where they've got the football for the moment. Larry Hutchinson says, yep, against Science Hill. Unsportsmanlike conduct, Hilltoppers. Interesting.
Yeah, I think Baker and Famoyan got tangled up there, and as Baker got up off of him, Famoyan just kind of punched him in the chest, just with an open fist, an open hand. I think just trying to get him off of him. I don't think there was anything, ill-intended there, but that's a costly penalty for the Toppers for sure.
Puts them back to midfield at the 50-yard line. They had it down at our 31s. They lose about 19 or 20 on the play. First quarter, clock at 3:41 and moving now. First down for the Hilltoppers in midfield. Down to the 21 for a first down. So first and 29. Handoff off left side, not much. And dropped to the 50-yard line. Great tackle by the Cyclones. Who got him, Coach?
Adams.
Ben Adams, number 44. He's a stud. Ben Adams, the senior, rather junior. And Adams making the stop. No gain on the play by Ben Adams. Again, one of our ends, 6'2", 195 junior, number 44. Of course, you can't see the numbers, but
yeah, I think Ben was the one that was maybe a little ahead of the game there earlier on the 5-yard penalty. He made up for it on that play.
Absolutely. Ball to 49-yard line. Second down and long now for the Hilltoppers. Second and about 28. And now penalty flag. Looks like Butch Patterson. I can just tell by the way he walks, it's Butch.
Yes, sir.
The line judge on the near sideline. 7-0 Cyclones first quarter.
Yeah, I bet this is something to do with the sideline. Again, first game, everyone's a little testy, trying to figure out where the sideline things are.
Sideline warning on Science Hill is what you're saying?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Here's one thing I will tell you, Tom. The play before was a 15-yard penalty, correct?
Yes.
Was the line of scrimmage the actual down marker over there? If it was, they only marked off 14 yards as opposed to 15.
15, yep.
I didn't know if maybe they were talking about that, but you can't adjust that now because they've already ran a play.
Hello to Ladarian Avery. There's one gave us some great football. Good grief. L.A. Swartz in trouble, throws down and throws it to the near side and is caught and to the 45-yard line. Backpedaling, Swartz had pressure. Ball was back there, and so was Adams. And Swartz had to backpedal all the way back to his 40. Unloaded the near sideline. It was caught by Famoyan. Great catch on the near sideline. Took it downfield, however, only to about the 45-yard line. For all that, he picked up, actually to the 46, he picked up 3 yards. Third down and long, Science Hill. First down markers man front now. Obvious passing play, I would think. Swartz pulls it down, looking for trouble. Or looking for running, is in trouble, I should say, to the near side and bounced out of bounds to the 45-yard line. That time, Caleb Holzer, and that time, number 63 for the Cyclones. Big old Eli Guess in there, putting pressure on him, Coach, and they're about to punt the football. So that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty killed him.
Sure did. I mean, that's one thing about early in the season. You've got to everyone's amped up. First game of the season, big rival. But you've got to control your composure there for sure.
Luke Whaley and Jeriah Griffin back deep with the punt at about the 10-yard line. Cyclones lead at 7-0 first quarter. First drive stalls by Science Hill. High snap over his head. He has to go back and get it, pick it up at the 35-yard line. He's running for dear life. We can get him. We have great field position. He'll turn the corner to the 40. There's going to be a flag on a late hit and a blindside hit as we chased him as he got the ball. The high snap, the punter picked it up and took off running to the far side, turned the corner, and one of our guys got mail sacked on a blindside hit, and flags flew. It will go against Science Hill. No question. So the snap was high. The punter did all he could do is pull it down and take off running. We had him back there, hemmed in, and we got blindsided.
If the Cyclones accept this penalty, the down, so you may see the Cyclones decline this and take the ball at the spot.
Either way, it's a big play. It's against Science Hill.
So
Unsportsmanlike conduct. That's the second one in this quarter. An unsportsmanlike flag against the Hilltoppers. The bottom line, the Cyclones get the football. 2:32 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Elizabethton on a Zeth Mullins 8-yard run. We've got the ball where, Coach? Midfield?
Right at the 50-yard line.
50-yard line. Great field position. I think we're working through a television timeout right here, so we'll take a quick break, come right back after we get a chance to showcase one of our great sponsors. Good folks from Chick-fil-A.
Hey, it's your girl Mayani. A little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A Cobb salad is the chicken. Literally, the nuggets, they smack. When you put those nuggets in the salad, it just brings the salad to life. I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Hi, I'm Jasmine, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A market salad is that the chicken is super juicy and the apples can be a little tangy, also a little sweet as well, so there's just a ton of different flavors. It's just so good.
Millions of dollars of furniture in stock right now. Are you tired of hearing what you want is sold out? We have the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the area. We receive truckloads every day of special buys ready for you to pick up today or have delivered. Come get your new furniture at Cannon's Furniture in downtown Elizabethton.
Back at Kermit-Tipton Stadium, yours truly, Tom Taylor, along with Coach Richard Van Us. 7-0 Cyclones. Coach, they headed down to the 31-yard line, Science Hill did, in a series of good plays on us and a big-time unsportsmanlike conduct. In fact, 2 unsportsmanlike conducts on this drive of Science Hill. And so as a result, we get the football right in mid.
Great field position for the Cyclones. That quarter was certainly Cyclones. Toppers had a chance to move the football, but again, like you mentioned, that big penalty stopped that drive. So Cyclones in great position here for their second possession.
Big. Here comes the first play on the 50-yard line, and the J-Train takes it to the 45-yard line. He had 3 on him, hanging on like bugs on a rug, They finally bring him down to the 44-yard line, picks up 6.
He was met by the first topper around the 49-yard line, and he proceeded to drag and run.
Go out of the gun from the 44-yard line. Slagle will keep it himself. Rhett will turn the corner. He'll run to the 40. He'll go to the 35, stays on his feet to the 30, and Slagle out of bounds to the 29-yard line. Red Slagle picks up 15 for a Double C Western Supply first down to the 29-yard line. Nothing fancy. Coach, he had some great blocks out front to get him that yardage.
Let's see. We did it. I'm looking right here. I think. Are we going to have a penalty? Yeah, I think they're going to call a penalty maybe on Eli Blevins. I don't know about that one, but I was watching Eli through that play. I didn't think that there was much going on at all right there. But nevertheless, 10-yard penalty.
10-yard penalty against the Cyclones. So mark it back down the field. They'll put the football. They said he ran out of bounds.
The foul penalty, so you're going to end up not far from the original.
Go back to the 46-yard line.
46.
The penalty was what they called it on. What was the penalty?
Holding.
All right. We got people here in front of us in the window. It's like they don't realize we're here. They do. I don't guess they care because we got orange and black on.
They do not care.
They do not care, no. 46-yard line. That's okay. Slagle hands off to the J-Train. Turns the corner. He'll stiff arm a man, take a man down to the 40-yard line. He just stuck that big old paw out there and just jammed it into the helmet face mask of the Science Hill Hilltopper, who rode him down, made the tackle, but the J-Train got himself another 5 yards on the carry. Tackle made by, coming off the field here, Coach, what's his number?
95.
Yep, 95. Tackle made by Jason Emile. 40-yard line, third down for the Cyclones. And what, Coach?
Third and about 2 inches.
2 inches, yep. I was going to say third and less than a yard at the 40-yard line of Science Hill. Clock, a minute to go. First quarter, 7-0 Science Hill. I'm sorry, 7-0 Cyclones on the Science Hill 40. Hand off to J-Train's got the first down and more. 35. He barrels his way inside the 35. The J-Train to the 33-yard line. Double C Western Supply first down. Needed a half-inch. Coach got 7. First down Cyclones.
I'll tell you what's been impressive is watching Wallen improve even since the first scrimmage. And those early scrimmages, watching, very hard runner, but thought, if he'll lower his shoulder right at the end of the play, he'll pick up 3 or 4 more yards. He's done that consistently so far here in the first half, and it's really made a difference. There's a big difference in, second down and 7 and second and 4, and he's getting those extra yardage to put us in those short yardage situations.
The J-Train takes us down to the 33-yard line. Double C Western Supply first down at the 33. 15 seconds to go in the period. Slagle, play action. Brett down the middle. He's got a man after in single cover. He's going to be knocked away at the last minute. Great defense. Luke Whaley was down to the 5-yard line. Great single coverage defense by Science Hill. It was on the numbers, Coach. He knocked it away at the last minute down around the 3-yard line. Great play by the Science Hill defensive man.
It really was. Probably, I'm sure that Rhett would probably like to have that one back and maybe try to throw it a little bit further outside to give him an opportunity to catch it just a smidge back to the inside, but still a nice defensive play by the Toppers.
So it puts 6 seconds on the first quarter clock, 7-0 Elizabethton. And so the Cyclones got 6 more seconds to work. Mason Hall in there now, the young man who's transferred in. He's your up back. Slagle has a single setback and holds her. 2nd and 10 with a 6-second ticker on the first quarter clock here. Long count. Slagle hands off to Holzer. Holzer is stopped. Nice open field tackle by Science Hill to stop him at the 35-yard line. By number 6, again, he's a good one, Baylor Necessary. The junior linebacker for Science Hill drops him at the 35, and your first quarter's in the books. We played one. Come back with us in the second period. We played one. Your score, Elizabethton 7, Science Hill nothing. You're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone football.
After a long, hard day at work, all you want to do is relax at home, right? But how can you possibly relax when your home's not comfortable? If you want to feel more comfortable at home, give Advanced Heat Pump Systems a call today. With over 30 years of experience and the most innovative solutions, you can rest assured that Advanced Heat Pump Systems will make your home more comfortable. Give them a call today, 926-2665, or visit them online at advancedheatpump.com.
As soon as Mr. Steve walks in, it's like a ray of sunshine has entered our restaurant.
Sure is nice to hear.
For his 100th birthday, we wanted to do it as big as possible.
That was someday, I'll tell you.
Customers came in, brought gifts and cards.
When I walked in and they all clapped, that was quite a surprise to me.
It's a really warm feeling in your heart to know that your father's got other people looking out for him.
We decided to give him free Chick-fil-A for life.
One of my main reasons I want to live forever.
I think you got it in you.
Antique mall with over 50,000 square feet of merchandise. We have about 52, 53, give or take, vendors with different items. We have a great selection of everything from antique, which is over 100 years, to vintage, which is 25 years, and then we do have a little bit of new things. We concentrate on the vintage and antique items. So you can find just about anything for yourself, for your home, and gifts. We have a lot of people that take gifts for their grandparents. They remembered they had them, and it's with their family.
Hours are open.
We're open Monday through Friday, 11 to 5:30. Saturdays 10 to 6. Open late for the car shows and anytime they have special events in town.
Need Place, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone football, Duck Crossing in downtown Elizabethton, proud sponsor of Elizabethton Cyclone football. Back at Science Hill, 7-0 starting the second quarter. Hello to Crystal Hensley. Hello, Lynn McDowell. Better get a hug from Sunday church. I'm going to be mad. Sharon Thomason. Hello to Kim Pless, Gary and Sherry Nelson, Tina Westgate, Carol Buckner, Cindy Sweeney, some of the folks. watching here. Billy Sampson, Michael Shields, Sonia and Jack Cole, Brittany Hodge, Deborah Sherwood, Michelle Taylor, Pastor Mark Fowler, Sonia and Jack Cole, Darian Avery, Brenda Grindstaff. You know what they say, Brenda Kay? Conway Twitty says, hello, darling. That's my buddy, Brenda Kay.
Goodness.
Matt Fox, low coach. Lucas Andrews, low coach. Carol DeBose, Michelle Taylor. Thank you all for watching wherever you may be. Reed Casey, Greg Hyder, Madison McClellan listening in Florida. Thank you. Rocky Davenport, Laura Franklin. Thank you all so much. We get ready after the television timeout. Cyclones start the second period. Third down for Elizabethton. Third, about 13 from the 40-yard line. We'll lead 7-0 starting the second period here. Overflow crowd across the way. They've been in the sun the entire time. Some beginning to sit behind us here in the press box, but the Cyclone Nation, the orange over there, are still in the sunlight. Schlegel running, flushed out of the pocket to the 40 and dropped to the 40-yard line. Coming out of the gun, stepped up the pocket, went to the left about 4 or 5 steps and dropped to the 40-yard line. Good stop up front by Emal again. 95. Jason Emal. Jacian, Jacian. He's a stud. So the ball's at the 40-yard line. Brings up a fourth down, coach. Fourth and about, call it 13, and we're going to punt the football. We'll stand at our 48. Our 48 and punt it across the midfield stripe to the far end, going left to right on the kick here. First punt of the season. Are you ready? They check everything. We are. And so here's a slow snap. He picks it up and kicks it off his foot to the right side of the field. It'll be taken, bounced at the 10, down around the 5. They're going to go down and down it. And a great job on the punt. And down it for the Cyclones, number 24, Landry Buckles. And a great punt, coach, down to the 5-yard line.
That's a fantastic job right there to angle that ball. He was able to kick it down, landed around the 10, and it just kind of took a right turn and started rolling its way toward the sideline. No chance for the
punt down to the 5-yard line. That would go what, coach? 48-yard punt?
That is, let's see, because it goes from the, that's right. That's correct.
48-yard punt by Campbell down to the 5-yard line. First and 10, Science Hill working right to left near hash mark on their own 5. Coming up the field, pretty big hole. Look out. He's out to the 15, to the 20, to about the 25-yard line. And a run that time by, who was it, coach? Number
3.
Number 3 for Science Hill. That would be Javon Emile. So the brothers, first down Science Hill. It takes it out to the 22-yard line. Picks up 17. Stop made by our defense and Holzer. First down Science Hill. High snap Schwartz comes this way on the running back, and he's going to be dropped at about the 25-yard line. Fumble football. It's a loose pigskin at the 25-yard line. Cyclones got it. Fumble recovery, Elizabethton, the running back, come off the right side, had a pretty good run, coach, and fumbled the football. The Cyclones recover on the turnover. Cyclones got the football at the Science Hill 25-yard line.
Yeah, I think that was Wallen in on that recovery. Again, a big hit there. Huge play right there by Ben Adams. Science Hill they tried to kick Ben out at the corner, at the edge there, and he was able to reach out and grab, and he's the one that kind of knocked the ball loose there initially, and then again, I think Wallen was able to jump on it for the recovery. So another TV timeout here, Tom.
Television timeout. Back after this, you're watching, or I should say in this case, this week, you're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone football. Now this from one of our great sponsors, the good folks at Cannon Dental.
So I'm Dr. Beth Cannon of Cannon Family Dental. We do a little bit of everything, cosmetic dentistry, general dentistry. We see all ages of patients. I like that patients are comfortable with bringing their family here. With smaller children, they're some of my favorite patients to see. We always try to make that first visit super happy, where they get to come in, sit in the chair, see how they get pictures of their teeth and get their teeth brushed with a little silly brush. There's multiple families that have been with me since the beginning, and their kids were, my kids' age, like 7, 8 years old, and now they're grown up driving. They drive to their own appointments and make their own appointments, which is wonderful, and getting to see the kids and grow up with them. It's great to be a part of that. So if any of you are looking for a new dentist, we would love to have you join our family. Definitely give us a call if you'd like to come in.
First and 10 Cyclones, 25-yard line. First half, 7-0. Knock on the door and a fumble recovery by Wallen. Holzer, your single setback. Whaley to the far side, near side is Griffin, and also Blevins, and now a flag flies out of the back of the defensive backfield. He walks up in the line of scrimmage immediately, tosses the flag, and it's going to be against the Cyclones, Coach. False start against Elizabethton. So back to the 30-yard line.
Something about the snap. No, I'm not really sure.
So back to the 30-yard line. First and 15, Betsy leading 7-0. Single setback in is Holzer. Far side is Griffin in the slot. Whaley's over there. And the near side is Blevins, number 11 for the Cyclones. And so it's a 30-yard line on the first and 15 on the penalty. Single setback will be Red Slagle to Holzer. Holzer tries to get outside, and he's going to be brought down. Necessary hog ties him. It's a slew of him for a sack and a loss. Tackle for loss, not a sack, but a tackle for loss for Science Hill. Good pursuit, good read with the Hilltoppers, and Holzer had no chance. And they'll drop him back. Let's see where they mark the football. The line of scrimmage was a 30. They're going to say negative yardage only back to the 36. I say only because the play went farther downfield. They blew it dead and said 36-yard line, a loss of 6 on the play. First half, 7-0 Elizabethton, and a dogfight here. You can tell both teams not overly crisp. I think a lot of that's because of the game, the adrenaline, and first night of the season. First night, Slagle rolls out this way, the wide side of the field looking. He's got backside pressure, unloads it, and it's going to be
interference.
Over top of the shoulder of incomplete pass. He went to the 25, trying to go in and rifle it into the gut of the Cyclones' Eli Blevins. Number 2 jumped over his back to try and deflect it from Moyen. And no call, third down.
No call. I thought that 2 got there early, but evidently he didn't.
So it's third down now for the Cyclones. So our opportunity on the fumble recovery, we're down to third and long now. Third and about 21. Ball spotted on the Science Hill 36-yard line. 7-0 on a Seth Mullins 8-yard run, and Bowers point after the freshman. Next Friday night, Coach and I'll be at Burke Tony Stadium in Morristown. Week number 2 at Morristown West. Rolling out, looking Slagle. Steps up, dodges the bullet. Running the football to the 35. He's at the 30, and Big Red takes it inside the 30 down to the 27-yard line. Flushed out of the pocket and running, gets it down to the 9. Picks up about 9, Coach, down to the 26-yard line. It's going to be far short of the first down, but nice run by Slagle in traffic.
Yeah, it sure was. And so now Coach Witten has a decision here. It's fourth and about 12. Again, like you said, ball spotted on the 27. It might be a little out of the range of our kicker, so it looks like we're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Fourth down from the 27-yard line. First down to the 15, of course. Long count, Slagle trying to draw him off. Holzer, again, your single setback. Baker, Griffin, and Blevins to the near side. Whaley single setback, wide out to the far side. Working left to right. Back to the scoreboard. 7-0 Cyclones first half. Rolling this way, Slagle. Plenty of time. Throws down the middle, and it's going to be caught! Jariah Griffin to the 10. He's inside. Sir. Touchdown, Cyclones! Woo. Jariah Griffin in traffic. Touchdown, Betsy.
Wow.
What a throw and what a catch. And the slant pattern, Jariah Griffin over the middle, takes it in, and a touchdown, Cyclones. A flag in the end zone.
Yeah, I noticed a Topper had his helmet off, so I don't know during the play, so I don't know if that's what it is. It looked like it was something on Science Hill, but we'll wait and see.
If it holds, a 27-yard touchdown from Red Slagle to Jariah Griffin. They're sorting it out right here.
Yeah, great protection up front on that play, Tom. He was able to step up in the pocket and rifle a great throw in there to Jariah Griffin, and then he was able to break a couple tackles and get into the end zone. That was a great team play right there to give the Cyclones a 2-score advantage. Still waiting on that call.
They're sorting things out here. The flag was thrown in the end zone after the touchdown. I'm still talking it over. The touchdown, let's see if it's going to stand. The man in the white hat will come this way and make the call. It will be unsportsmanlike conduct against Elizabethton.
No.
So,
okay, well, it was on us. So he's trying to find out if they want it on the kickoff or they want it on the extra point.
So the touchdown stands. Bowers to kick it. Whaley to hold it. Touchdown, Slagle to Jariah Griffin. Cyclones lead at 13-0. 8:41 to go to halftime. So Luke Whaley says, I'm ready. The holder, ball down, Bowers, the freshman. It's up, it's long enough, it's deep enough, and it is good. Cyclones first half leading at 14-0. Back after this, you're watching Elizabethton or listening to Elizabethton Cyclone football.
My name is Michael Vance, Vice President of Advanced Heat Pump Systems. Advanced Heat Pump Systems has been open and providing service for over 35 years. The services we provide are installation and service of home heating and cooling systems. Our company's goal is to provide quality service for our customers. The reason you should hire Advanced Heat Pump Systems is because we offer a dependable, quality, trained technician to service your heating and air conditioning.
Touchdown, Red Slagle, 27-yard strike on a third down play to Jariah Griffin over the middle. Jariah got a big 50-yard catch during one of the scrimmages from Slagle. So third down, and what was it, 3rd and 12? Slagle rolls out, had great pass protection, Coach. That was the key to this. The Hogs up front gave him plenty of time to look down the field. No knock on Red Slagle, but he had so much time you and I could have found somebody downfield. A great job of the Hogs.
You're right, and that's a real credit to that offensive front. They worked so hard in the offseason to get stronger and kind of gel as a unit. And, even from those first couple of drives to that one, that was a fantastic play right there. Best protection he's had, all night long. And, yes, he could have pitched a tent back there, built a campfire, and still had time left to make that throw.
Tonight's game being brought to you by Ford of Elizabethton and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram SRP on select new Fords and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Rams. Plus, you make no payments for 90 days. That'd be brand new title sponsor of Cyclone Sports.
And one correction, that's what I thought I saw. They're
going to mark it to the 45-yard line where we'll kick it on the Science Hill 45.
I think the penalty.
Now the men are going
to
talk about it.
The penalty was on Science Hill. Larry Hutchins thought it was on us, but it's on the defense.
Well, he pointed
to
Elizabethton.
Why it's a 15. Yeah, he pointed to Elizabethton. I think he was confused, but the gentleman that threw the flag in the end zone just corrected that. So this spot is correct. So the Cyclones are kicking from the 45.
So the unsportsmanlike conduct call after the touchdown was against Science Hill in the end zone. So we will get the football at the 45 of Science Hill to kick it off. And I'm going to go ahead and I don't gamble. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you that this is going to go in the end zone because Caleb Campbell's got a hammer for a foot. We'll kick it from the Science Hill 45-yard line. We lead at 14-0 first half on a Zeth Mullins 8-yard run and a Jariah Griffin 27-yard pass from Red Slagle. Campbell kicking it left to right. Drives it.
Offsides.
And boom, gone. Automatic touchback. Another flag. We were offsides?
Yeah, yes, sir.
We were. You're right. We have to go back and kick it to the 50-yard line now is where he'll kick it in midfield. 14-0 Cyclones.
Like you said there, Tom. He's going to kick it in the end zone there. We just don't need to jump off sides. But now a little bit more of a challenge. It is a 50-yard. He'll need a 50-yard kick to get.
Skate. Brian's okay, too. We like him. Was pretty good, too. That'd be a hub. And also, of course, Aiden. And also hello to Teresa McKinney and Lynn McDowell, some of the folks watching listening to the broadcast. Again, audio only. That's Science Hill's call. We lead at 14-0. Hope you're enjoying another ball teed up now at the 50-yard line. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. We'll get to hear the Betsy Band coming up at halftime. The defending state champ Betsy Band. Love them. They are awesome. Campbell to kick it away here from the midfield marker now. 14-0 Cyclones first half. Clock at 8:41 till halftime. This one, guess what that one's going to go to? Into the end zone. Touchback, 20-yard line, Science Hill. Science Hill shot themselves in the foot 2 or 3 times tonight, Coach. They had some offensive drives. That first big drive, the 2 unsportsmanlike conduct on the same drive, 30 yards with the penalties, killed them.
Yeah, the Cyclones are playing really well tonight. And you certainly, as we mentioned in the pregame, you cannot have penalties that cost your team drives and opportunities. And in a lot of ways, the Toppers have shot themselves in the foot several times here so far.
First and 10, 20-yard line. Swartz on the keeper.
Option.
On the option play, toss to the trailing back, and he'll get it to the near side, running the ball to the 20. out to the 25-yard line. Holzer, Griffin, and call out Blevins, number 11, making a stop. Picks up about the 26-yard line. Picks up about 6 on the play. So, is it just me or their numbers hard to read?
They are. They are.
I'm doing the best I can.
Those black jerseys.
Hand off nothing at the 24-yard line. A handoff up the middle, and we wrap him up and drop him down. The Cyclones, Ben Adams again in on the play, 20 at the 24-yard line. Nice read by Adams to wrap him up. Loses 2 on the play, Coach.
Yeah, Justice Wallem was in on that as well. That's a big play to bring up.
Pumps again, throws out in the flat. Intercepted! Picked off! He's going to the house! He's going to go! Touchdown, Cyclones! Do it right to him! Oh, baby! Schwartz pumped once, pumped twice, and he stepped in the passing lane. He's gone for a touchdown. The Elizabethton Cyclones.
Early in that first drive, he was floating several balls, and he floated that one at the wrong time. Eli made a great break on it and got into the end zone. Huge play.
Touchdown by the Cyclones. We call out the name of Eli Blevins.
Yes, sir.
Interception for a touchdown with the Cyclones. We go to 20-0 first half. Blevins on the pick. Wide open to it. Looked like doing right to him, really. It was that on the misfire. And into the boundary for a 20-0 first half lead. It says it's good. 21-0 first half. The orange and black, Coach. Talk about it. We've had a heck of a run here. We've got a touchdown pass from Griffin from Schlegel to Griffin from Schlegel. A Seth Mullins 8-yard run and a Blevins pick. Uncontested. Nobody touched him. Returns it down the far sideline for a touchdown.
Yeah, I tell you what, it really impresses me about this team, and the reason I think that they could be special this year is just their attitude. They're just so workmanlike. They just come in every day. They bring their lunch pail, and they just work, trying to get better. They enjoy being around each other, and when you get a team like that that's talented, that's willing to work, and likes each other, with great attitude, it's hard to beat. They become a team that's hard to beat, and they've taken advantage of really every opportunity they've had thus far in the game. Again, Topper mistakes, but you also have to give the Cyclone defense credit on that play for making Eli Blevins making a great read on that ball. And like you said, it was picture perfect if you're a Cyclone fan, certainly not for a Topper fan. But, I mean, he hit him right in stride and was in the end zone.
Schwartz flushed out of the pocket at pump once, pumped twice, threw out in the flat to the far side. Had a man out there, but he waited about 2 seconds too long. Threw it right to Eli Blevins. Caught the ball, went down the far sideline untouched. We'll say 35. Doesn't really matter. Points are points. David Collins and Company. Got an auction go there right now. collinsandcompany.info. Check it out. It's a lifetime collection of collectibles, vintage and antiques. You can bid on it through next Tuesday. They start out as $1 a bid. Go to collinsandcompany.info and check it out. The estate online auction of David rocking over there. Why would they not be? We'll lead to 10. He'll go to the 15, to the 20, 25, near sideline to the 30. Still working his way up to the field and pushes it up to the field at about the 40, 41-yard line. Number 3 for Science Hill. Puts it out to the 43-yard line. Good return, Coach. Actually 44, officially the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10, 7:51 till halftime. Cyclones lead 21-0. Single setback for Schwartz. Jason from the 44, Science Hill. High snap. Bubble screen far side. Is going to be caught. Cyclones are there. Seth Mullins makes the tackle. He made the catch down the far sideline, and Seth went airborne acrobatically and tackled him and knocked him out of bounds on the Cyclone sideline. Great sacrifice of the body for Seth Mullins on the tackle, Coach.
It sure was, and he read that all the way. Nice play there to bring up 2nd and long. Again, just a shout out to that defensive front. That's really about the only success the Toppers have had, those quick passes, because of the defensive front in the backfield again.
And off right side, he'll slash it across midfield, working off between right guard and right tackle. He'll slide into the 49-yard line, cross midfield for Science Hill. Good open field tackle again on that side with the Cyclones. Call out again for Elizabethton. Big 63 making the stop. Eli Guess brings up a what, Coach?
3rd and 2.
3rd down and 2 now. First half, 7:18 to go, 21-0 Cyclones.
And now timeout. They were one guy short.
Got discombobulated. They didn't have enough on the field. They got to burn a timeout. So timeout on the field as Science Hill was not organized in that play, and a timeout. That the ball's going to be at the 48-yard line of the Cyclones. 3rd down and what, Coach? 2 or 3 maybe?
Well, I would say 2.
to you. Hello to Jordan Mitchell. Hello to Pastor Bobby Stout. Oh, Coach, I had a big old piece of coconut cream pie today.
Oh, my gosh.
By Jan Stout. Lawsy
Why
mercy.
didn't you tell me that?
Well, I started to bring you a piece in my backpack, but I wasn't any left for you, sir. Sorry.
Hey, in case you didn't know,
You love coconut cream pie.
my favorite pie.
Isn't mine too? Thank you, guys. Elizabethton playing lights out. You'd be very proud wherever you may be around the country. Got them in Florida, got them in Texas, got them in Nevada, got them in West Virginia. Wherever you're listening, you'd be proud of your orange and black. 21-0 first half against Science Hill. A lot of football left. 48-yard line. Cyclones defending on a third down and about 2. Science Hill had to burn a timeout. Cyclones got a little anxious and jumped in the neutral zone. Maybe in Kent. Number 41's out there right now. That would be Matthew Kent, the senior. Let's see. It is going to be against the Cyclones. It'll give them a first down via the penalty. Down inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. First down, Science Hill. They'll mark it at the 43-yard line. So needed a couple, and they got 5 via the penalty, marking it at the 43 on the far hash mark. They work right to left. 3 to the far side, the short side of the field. Cyclones up 21-0 first half. Swartz hands off to the running back, and he gets popped at about the 40-yard line, dragging bodies down to the 38. Good second half effort by the running back. Coming up off the play for the Cyclones, called out Holzer again, and also, gosh, Coach, turn around.
Eli Guess was in there, too.
Eli
Lost
Guess.
his helmet. He had to come out.
And also Kent. Got to give Kent credit on that. Goes out near side, wide side of the field. Pumps, throws against his body. Caught. Big tight end to the 30. And a late hit. Yep. That was obvious. Come on, guys. You're smarter than that. Caught it out of bounds, and it just kind of threw him down. And so Mullins, and also out there in the vicinity was Bryson Rowland. One of them goes, yep, personal foul against the Cyclones. Got to keep your composure, guys.
Yeah,
Catch made by the tight end. Nice catch, and gets positive real estate out to the 30-yard line, Coach.
Yeah, I'm going to take up a little bit for Zeth right there on that play. Early in the sideline, it was right on the edge, and he did push him a little bit out of bounds, but it wasn't anything malicious, and he had that play early in the first quarter still in his mind.
But the bottom line is they get a 15-yard penalty down to our 15, first and 10 to the 15-yard line. Clock, 6:46 to go till halftime. 21-0. Science Hill on the move. Swartz hands off up the middle. He'll break it down inside the 10, down to about the 8-yard line. Holzer saves the touchdown, makes the tackle. Big run up right up the gut for the Hilltoppers. Puts it down to about the 7-yard line, Coach. Picks up about 8 on that first down tote.
Yeah, he hit the seam hard on that and picked up a nice gain on first.
They have said no. He missed it down to the 1-yard line. Big pile up. Let's see, coming up the bottom of the play for the Cyclones, Jariah Griffin, Caleb Holzer.
It's like they're bringing in a heavy set here.
Matthew Kent from the 1-yard line. Good stop by our 3 guys down to the 1-yard line. Science Hill knocking on the door here.
Wildcat
formation. And they're going to say he went airborne, bounced off going airborne. Ball bounced around. He actually held on to the football, and when he got into the end zone, the ball popped loose. They say it's a touchdown, Science Hill, the bottom line is. So he went airborne on the Wildcat, couldn't get in that way, came down, bounced off the lineman, and circled around, went in, and then fumbled the football. And they say touchdown, Science Hill. They're going for the point after here. 21-6 now, Cyclones first half. Ball down, it's up, it's into red. It is good. 21-7 first half in favor of your Elizabethton Cyclones. Back after you hear this. One of our great sponsors. You're watching Elizabethton, or listening to Elizabethton Cyclone football.
So I'm Dr. Beth Cannon of Cannon Family Dental. We do a little bit of everything, cosmetic dentistry, general dentistry. We see all ages of patients. I like that patients are comfortable with bringing their family here. With smaller children, they're some of my favorite patients to see. We always try to make that first visit super happy, where they get to come in, see brush. There's multiple families that have been with me since the beginning, and their kids were, my kids' age, like 7, 8 years old, and now they're grown up driving. They drive to their own appointments and make their own appointments, which is wonderful. And getting to see the kids and grow up with them, it's great to be a part of that. So if any of you are looking for a new dentist, we would love to have you join our family. Definitely give us a call if you'd like to come in.
And Jenkins. Hello to Christine Scurry, Tamala Combs, Rusty Curtis, Randy Little, Jan Jenkins, Andrew Adams, Jessica Ernest, Jordan Mitchell, some of the folks watching. Cyclones, big penalty, coach, and a couple of big plays by their offense and got them a touchdown, 21-7. Necessary was in the Wildcat formation, by the way. Baylor Necessary. I want to say it's not my eyes, but those numbers are hard to read. Here's a short end-over-end kick. Fair catch called for by Cam Baker and takes it at about the 20-yard line. First and 10.
Tom, that Science Hill really needed that drive. The game was certainly slipping away from them, and they really needed that drive. And they got a penalty in there. Again, we've seen that. You know, Science Hill shot themselves in the foot, some to help out the Cyclones, and then that time it was the Cyclones that helped them out. But nice drive by the Toppers to get in that position to make that score.
Cyclones will set up shop. They'll actually mark the football at the 19-yard line, we're going to call it. So not the 20, but the 19. First and 10. Betsy, 21-7. Backs to the scoreboard, working left to right. 6:01 to go to the break. Coming up at halftime, Frankie Bailey from the Coffee Company, brand new sponsor. Looking forward to talking to Frankie. First and 10 at the 19. 21-7 Cyclones. 2 to the near side, wide side of the field. 1 to the far side. Rhett Slagle hooked up with Dreyer earlier with a 27-yard pass, so he can sling the football. We know that, and he's already shown that.
Sorry, Tom. I think we had to delay a game there.
So
start that way.
Takes it back down to the 14-yard line. Be first and 15. Cyclones working left to right, backs to the scoreboard here. 6:01 to go to halftime. 21-7 Betsy. Slagle. Rhett. Hands off, coming this way to J-Train. J-Train's going to be stood up. Baylor Necessary drops him back at the 5-yard line. Nice read. Stuffs him for about a 9-yard loss. Let's see where they spot the football. They'll put it back to the 10. He still loses 4. So 19, back to 14, back to 10 now. 5:40 to go, first half. Hello, Penny Peters and Paul Crowder. And Susan Keebler. You know her, don't you? Susan Keebler?
Oh, yes, I do know her. Cuz.
Slagle from the 10-yard line. Long count. Rhett hands off to the J-Train. Nope, Slagle keeps it. Fakes the dive, and he is smothered at the 7-yard line. So another loss on the play, back to the 7 now for the Cyclones. Brings up a third and a bunch here.
Toppers call timeout there, Tom. They're trying to conserve as much time as they can here in the first half. So it's 3rd and a mile for the Cyclones, 5:05 to go.
See if we can make a little adjustment right here. So we got Coach on a field mic or a stationary mic, but it's a little difficult to hear. Now, I may blow you out.
I really don't think you'll see the Cyclones do anything here this deep right here. It'll be some type of a draw or just a run. They don't want to make a mistake right here to give the Toppers the ball this deep.
Can you hear me? Can't hear a thing? All right, we'll fix it. Bet you can hear me now, right?
I can.
Yeah.
Down just a smidge.
It's what?
Down just a smidge.
How about that? That good?
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. So it brings up for the Cyclones. Again, it is a 3rd and 19 from about the 7-yard line. First half, big play here. We got to make some movement here. Slagle on the keeper, and he spun and gets back to about the 10. That's it. Good pursuit up front by Science Hill's defense. And let's see, the big one out there. See if I can identify this young man. He's a Hoss. I don't know why, but his numbers. Was that 68, Coach?
I believe so.
68 for Science Hill. Credit Xander Whitlock, sophomore. So, bottom line is we got to put it out of the end zone. Kicking left to right. Big break for Science Hill. 4:34 to go to halftime. We trail 21-7. Science Hill's got the momentum now, Coach. It's shifting a little bit.
Yeah, and this is a dangerous play right here for the Cyclones. I think you want to try to kick the ball away from the returner.
Campbell on the kick. He'll drop it down at about the 50-yard line. He'll keep bouncing and right down there to down it for the Cyclones, number 24, Landry Buckles. So Science Hill with the O and the Mo right now. They'll get the ball and the momentum, and they'll set the football at about the 48-yard line.
Yeah,
of their own 48. 1st and 10, Science Hill.
Yeah, that was a nice punt, though, to get that on their side of the field here to start this drive. See what kind of response we get from the Cyclone defense right here.
48-yard line, Science Hill. Swartz brings it out, hands off to the near side, runs the short side of the field, following his blocker to the 50 to the 45-yard line. And Caleb Holzer making the tackle on the run by Javian Emile. Picks up about 7 on the play, Coach.
He has student body left on that one right there. Cyclones got to get off that block and make penetration. He just latched right onto that blocker there and just rode him all the way.
45-yard line. Swartz hands off to Emile again. He'll go to the 40. He'll go to the 35, and he'll take it down inside of the 35 to the Cyclone 32-yard line. Another first down for Science Hill. Holzer making a stop for Elizabethton. First down, puts it at about the 33-yard line. 4:03 to go in the half. Picks up a real strong about 8 or 9 yards on the play. Swartz hands off again to the 30, to the 35, Emile to the 20. Still, Coach.
Yeah, they're kind of picking on us on our defense's right side, their left.
And off, working off left side. He popped him, breaks loose, and nice job by Buckles to stop him. Inside the 15, grabbed him and slung him down to the 13-yard line. So Buckles, nice play by Landry Buckles. Marks the football down at about the 13-yard line. Picks up 2 on the play. Clock rolling, 3:25 to halftime.
They ran the same play 3 different times there, different back now. Fake.
Swartz play action, rolls out in the flat. Looking, wide side of the field, throws, and a comeback catch. Did he make it? And he did not. Incomplete on the far side. He rolled out, Coach, to the far side, short side of the field, and incomplete pass. Good defensive coverage with the Cyclone secondary.
Yeah, it really was. And Mason's gotten a lot of penetration from his left defensive end position. And so that time they tried to bootleg on him to try to slow him down a little bit. He had good pursuit, and he had pursuit from the linebackers as well.
Third down, handoff to Emile, and not much that time. Stopped him at about the 13, making a stop for the Cyclones. Big 28 steps up, makes it. Justice Wallen making a stop at the 13-yard line. No gain on the play. Clock rolling, 2:58. Now stop the clock with a timeout for Science Hill. Timeout, we will be right back. Big play coming back. Let's just keep it here, Coach. Big play. 2:58 to go. It's going to be a 4th down play. What's the Cyclone defense going to cook up over here for this play? What do you think?
Well, I think you need to try to contain. It'll be interesting to see if I can't imagine that number 3, Emile. I can't imagine that he won't be back in at the back position just to keep the Cyclones honest in there. I think you're going to see our defensive line pin their ears back right here and try to get some penetration. 4th and long, you're probably going to have to try to do some kind of rollout. Probably the quick screen stuff probably won't work right here. So you're probably going to see them roll out and try to get something, a completion beyond the sticks for the first down.
So it brings up a 4th down and 6 from the 13-yard line down to the 7 to move the sticks. Big play in this football game. 2:58 to go to halftime.
Got to be disciplined right here and don't jump off sides.
Schwartz throws over the middle, and it's nearly picked off, batted down. Cyclones, great defense, Coach.
That was fantastic play right there by number 28. He did a great job. Justice Wallen stepped right in front of that ball, knocked it down. He almost picked it off, and he may have still been running if he was able to control the ball, but a huge, huge stop right there by the Cyclones. You certainly, as you mentioned before, Tom, Toppers had the momentum right there. A great job by the Cyclone defense stepping up and stopping that drive.
Cyclones again, Justice Wallen, the 4th down play. They stop him. We take over on downs at our own 13-yard line. Clock We have 2:54 to halftime. We lead at 21-7. They had the momentum, Coach. That's a huge play in this football game.
Huge play. And they not only had the momentum to start that drive, but again, got it inside our 15-yard line. And so great job by the defense to stiffen up down there with their backs against the goal line.
Our coaches, Sean Witten, Jordy Harrison, Michael Grindstaff, Devin Whitehead, Terrence Turner, Zach Allgood, Travis Hurley, Ryan Witten, Chandler Mullins, Carter Everett, and Nick Miller. Cyclones from the 13-yard line. How we doing that one, Coach? I was reading the coaches off.
Yeah, we just basically did quarterback, student body left, and Rhett Slagle picked up about 8 yards, it looked like, on that. Good job. Good job by those lead blockers out there to not fall into the trap of grabbing a defender and getting a hold. So that was a big play to get us out of the shadow of our goal line there. 2nd and about 2.
Picking? Nope, he'll keep it. Cuts up inside of the 25, and he gets dropped at about the 25-yard line. Nice run by Slagle.
First down.
Necessary making a stop again. Baylor Necessary, he can play. It's a Double C Western Supply first down at the 25-yard line.
Clock moving. No timeouts for the Toppers.
2:36 to go to halftime. We lead at 21-7. Big stop in this ballgame with a Justice Wallen pass breakup on a 4th down play at our 13-yard line. Huge so far in this ballgame. Maybe the play of the game right now because they had the momentum. Slagle, hands off, trying to get outside, and he'll get it to the 25-yard line. Got tied up, tried to break free and go east to west, and bring him down along the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, may have gained a yard maybe. But again, nothing fancy right here by the Cyclones. Again, this late and this deep, you just don't want to make a big mistake. Toppers can't stop it. You want to keep the ball in play, continue to pick up yardage, and maybe you can run out the clock in this half.
Marks the football at about the 26-yard line. Our Betsy Band's down in the end zone warming up. We're going to hear them perform at halftime. 26-yard line. 2nd and 8, minute 38 to go to the break. Slagle, hands off coming on the near side. Trying to turn the corner, Zeth Mullins. He'll juke a man and get to about the 28, 29-yard line as far as he got. Mullins, good right out of bounds on the defensive side of the football, but number 9, call out the name of Matthew Marsh making the stop. Clock in a minute 29 to halftime. We lead at 21-7, Coach.
Yeah, really wanted to try to stay in bounds there, but the defender was able to push him out of bounds and stop the clock. 3rd and about 7.
Ball's at the 28-yard line. 3rd, and you're right, about 7. Need to get to the 35 to move the sticks. 3rd down and a long 5.5, call it 6.
We'll take that 5. Cyclones going a long count there, and the nose man stepped up and put his hands on the shoulders of the center.
So penalty flag, we get a 5-yard gift. It takes it out to the 33-yard line. Brings up now much more manageable 3rd and a yard and a half, call it 2. Clocked again at a minute 29 to go to halftime. We lead 21-7. Mullins, your single setback. Also Mason Hall, number 33, is there. Eagle will run it. Rhett tries to cut up in the inside, and he'll slide and got the first down across 35 to the 36-yard line behind the block of Zeth Mullins. Good job, Coach, with number 7.
Yes, sir. Huge play right there. And good headsy run back there by Slagle as well. Like you said, those guys get the blocks, but the ball carrier has to read the block, and he did that, just got enough to push it over with a 1-yard cushion, first down.
36-yard line, clock at a minute. Paul Crowder.
Cyclone's going to milk this clock down.
Juki's man and jitterbug to the 45 to the 46-yard line. Nice run. Almost a first down, Coach. He's got close to the Double C Western Supply first down, picks up 9. Nope, they moved the sticks. 10-yard run, first down, Cyclones.
Now you're getting in this interesting territory here where you may see the Cyclones change their philosophy right here.
Hello, Richard Grindstaff in El Paso, Texas, watching tonight. First down, 46-yard line. Zeth Mullins got the first touchdown of the season. Big catch, a big run right there for a first down. 1st and 10. Inside of a minute to go, first half. Turns the corner to Cam Baker. He's at the 50 and inside the 50. He belly slides to the 48-yard line.
I believe that was maybe Jari. Yeah, I think Jari.
I'm sorry, Jari Griffin. My bad, yeah. Jari Griffin.
That 9 and 4 looks very similar.
So the marks of football at the 49-yard line. Timeout, Cyclones. Coach drawed up here. We got a second down, got 14 seconds till halftime. Nice run by Jari Griffin, my apology. Takes it across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, so I think what you're going to see here, you're going to see the Cyclones maybe try to open. Just can't turn it over. So anything short of that, you have third down, you can come back and run the football and run the clock out for the first half.
Our state champion Betsy Band will be on the field at halftime. Again, we are audio only. That's the rule by Science Hill tonight, and so that's okay. Ball at the 48-yard line. Coach, how would you grade this first half so far? 21-7. A, B, C, or D for our football team?
Oh, I mean, all things considered. Now, I'm going to grade on the curve, so I'm grading for a first game. I'm going to give us a B-, okay? Just a fantastic job altogether. There's certainly room to grow, but, again, I thought you saw the Cyclones continue to get better throughout this quarter, and every time their backs have been against the wall, they've stood up and made a huge play. So that bodes well for this second half. And, again, for this particular drive right here, it's big to not give them the ball back with a chance to score before the half because they get the ball to start the second half. So let's see what the Cyclones do here.
Next Friday night we'll be in Morristown. Coach and I, Morristown West, game number 2. All right, 14 seconds to go to halftime. We've got the ball on the Science Hill 48-yard line. Red Schlegel looking over the defense. Schlegel wants to throw out in the flat. Caught Jariah, 50, 45. Breaks a tackle. He's at the 40, turns a corner, and to about the 41-yard line. Got to the 40, and they shoved him back to the 41. Nice catch in traffic by Jariah. Gets it down to the 41, Coach. Again, picks up about 7 or 8 on the play.
Yes, they did, and let's see here. We've got a flag back here, Tom, right around midfield, and it looks like an ineligible receiver downfield. Not sure what happened there. So, nice gain, nice run by Jariah.
Each 13 seconds off the clock. We're down to 1 second till halftime here. Hello to Becky Urban in Kingsport. Hello again. Got to say hello to Richard Grindstaff in El Paso, Texas. Christine Brian Williams, Michelle Taylor, Brittany Hodge, Doug Henshaw. Thank you, Doug. You're very kind, sir. So, 1 second to go. Got another timeout on the field, do we not, Coach?
Yes, we've called timeout, and Coach Witten's talking to Larry Hutchins. I think he's asking maybe for clarification on the penalty, or should there be a little more time on the clock for us to maybe again try to get deep enough to maybe try a field goal here. So we'll see what happens. I don't think he's going to get anywhere on the call. So I think we are where we are right here with 1 second left. Maybe some time left if they talk about that, but looks like a no.
Have you had the coconut cream pie at the coffee company?
I have not had the coconut cream pie.
Oh, man. We're going next week.
Why do you keep bringing that up?
Because it's good food down there, that's why.
I'm in a good mood. Would you not ruin it? Do they have coconut cream pie at the concession stand? If they don't, then let's not talk about it.
Coming up at halftime, Frankie's going to talk to us about the coffee company, brand new sponsor. We love having her on board. And also Dr. John Mitten will be along, our principal. Great first couple of weeks start for our schools here. All right, 1 second to go at the 35-yard line, 2nd and 16. Taking a knee, and that'll do it. First half's in the books. We're halfway to this football game, no question. We'll take a break. We'll be right back for one of our new sponsors, the good folks from the Eagle Center. We'll be right back after this. Halftime. Cyclones lead at 21-7. You're watching, or in this case, listening to Elizabethton Cyclone football.
Reminds me of the Eagle Center, and it said, things tell a story when people no longer can. And that's kind of appropriate for our store because when you walk throughout the store, so many things spark a memory or a reminder of a family member or a place or a time long ago. And the antique and vintage decor that we have can really add some character and some conversation to your home, as well as bring back memories and things of times past.
Absolutely. What's the hours you're open?
We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 5. And we usually stay late on the Saturdays for the car shows.
Social media?
So we have a Facebook page, Eagle Center Co-op.
And you're physically located where in downtown Elizabethton?
507 East Elk Avenue. It's in the second block of downtown. Hard to miss.
Yep.
First big building.
One of our great sponsors on Cyclone Football. Got to check them out. The good folks downtown. Eagle Center Co-op. I believe in the place, believe in her, believe in the facility. And be loyal, buy local, and buy it in Betsy. One of our great sponsors, Eagle Center Co-op in downtown Elizabethton.
We're all picky about our produce. And whether you're a thumper, a sniffer, a squeezer, or just plain particular, we promise no one is more picky about produce than Food City. That's why we're introducing our Picky Promise. Whether it's from farms down the road or tropical produce from the ends of the earth, we guarantee it's fresh or we'll replace it. You see, we're picky about produce, so you don't have to be.
Eight-yard run. Ball and fumble recovery, and that was captivated and capped off on a 3rd and 12 play. Dry Griffin, a 27-yard pass to Red Slagle. Bowers point after 14-0. Then we come back and Eli Blevins 35-yard pick for a touchdown interception, 21-0. And then their lone touchdown was a Baylor necessary plunge from a couple of yards out. Their point after good. That's where we have it at halftime, 21-7. Justice Walla making a huge play right before the closing minutes of the first half with a 4th and 6 ahead at our 13-yard line. Pass over the middle. He broke it up, knocked it down, and we get the ball back. And we milked the clock. We lit it here at halftime, 21-7. This is not Richard Van Us. He has temporarily left. This will be the Rose and the Thorn segment. This is Frankie Bailey from the Coffee Company, brand new sponsor. Hello, young lady. How are you?
Hello. I'm so happy to be here.
Oh,
Thanks
absolutely.
for having me.
We're glad to have you here. We're glad to have you as a sponsor.
Absolutely.
So for folks out there who I can't believe nobody's been to the Coffee Company, but if they haven't, it's downtown. We love it. Tell us about the Coffee Company.
Well, it is. We're right in historic downtown. We've been there for over 26 years. So we serve coffee, great lunch. We're open Monday through Saturday, 7 to 5, serving lunch 11 to 3. Great coffee, great food.
Tell us about some of the items on the menu.
Oh gosh, we have awesome sandwiches. Right now we're on our seasonal menu, so we've got some great fruit and chicken salad. We've got a blueberry goat cheese sandwich with caramelized onions.
And what's going to be some of the fall menu and some of the fall flavors?
Very good. So one of the most popular sandwiches that we always have to bring back is our autumn turkey. It's amazing. It's got apples on it, smoked Gouda cheese, turkey, and it has apple butter that you dip it in. We also have a flatbread we'll be bringing back, and our pear and goat cheese salad is a hit as well. So
love it, love it, love it. The coconut cream pie.
Oh, yeah. You had it the other day.
I was there the other day. I had just a piece of pie and a glass of tea and shot back out the door. I had to get to a meeting. Yeah. What was the sandwich I got the other day? It was the GBDO or something.
Oh, the TBC?
DBC.
Close. GBDO, TBC.
Yeah,
tomato.
It's an alphabet sandwich. I don't know.
It is.
It had turkey on it. It was good.
Turkey, bacon, cheddar. It's got provolone. It's awesome.
Yep.
Big sandwich.
Tell us about some of the drink flavors you have right now.
Oh gosh, we've got a fun board now with all kinds of drinks about the solar system, space. It's a blast. We've got one that's green. It's like a mate, and then there's all kinds of sprinkles in there too. So that's a fun one.
Halftime, Cyclones lead at 21-7. We'll get a chance to hear the Betsy Band June Bugs out there.
Yeah, my baby's a freshman this year, and she's
babies
trumpet.
are freshmen out here.
Here she goes.
Yep, and this is the Betsy Band out here right now getting ready to perform at halftime. We'll get a chance to see them on September the 15th back at our place, the defending state champ, Betsy Band. I love saying that.
Because of business I have, I get to support the Betsy Band and be a part of this fund. So.
You also allow folks to come down and have meetings there too, right?
Oh yeah, meetings, even Bible study groups, lots of ways for people to get involved, get connected in the community right here in town.
Bible studies, love it. By the way, let's do the verse of the day. Hello, Michael Shields. Hello, Phil Pipkin. Love those sponsors. Yep, Adeline Hyder, B.J. Yates, Jamie Schaff, our school board member, Melody Sparks, Richard Oakes, Cujo. One of our great football coaches from up at the middle school that we won 50-0 yesterday. All right, we're going to read the Bible verse, the verse of the day. You want to read it?
I would.
All right, let's see if I can get it pulled up here. Well, let's pull up on yours because you're on here.
I know.
So let's do it. Here we go, right here. And there, Psalms 19:14 is.
Psalms 19:14. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing in your sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer.
There you go. We send out Bible verse every day, and she's one of the recipients, so it's really cool. Gift certificates, we have those.
Oh, gift certificates, mugs, T-shirts. I got more coming in here early next week. All kinds of good stuff. And then the holidays will be here before we know it.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it, but it's true. They're coming.
We're inside of 130 days to Christmas. So
that's right. You have the countdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're even ahead of me.
Yeah, I can tell you exactly what it is. So
Tom,
the countdown is
Taylor,
on.
he's the Christmas man.
Oh, yeah, the countdown is on. How many days to Christmas Eve? It'll tell you 128 days.
Oh,
So
that'll come fast, folks.
Frappuccinos.
Yes.
What else?
Iced coffee, hot coffee, just drip coffee, all kinds of lattes, yummy flavors, pumpkin spice. We have that. We haven't done any fall board yet, but if you guys are craving some fall flavors, we always have them.
Got to be there, folks. I'll try it out. Coffee Company downtown Elizabethton. We love it. One of our great sponsors, our halftime sponsor. You'll be coming show and tell in a couple of weeks,
Yeah,
right? You'll
absolutely.
bring some stuff to show.
I will.
Awesome. Frankie Bailey, ladies and gentlemen. Maiden Voyage. Good job. What do you want to leave us with?
Oh, hey, it's amazing. Way to go, Cyclones. Support our kids. This is an amazing school district. I'm just so happy to be in Elizabethton. It's great.
We're glad you're here.
Yeah, me too.
Neat lady. Here you go. They're right here, Coach. Good job. Thank you. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll take a look at Dr. John Mitten, our great principal. He joins us right after this. Halftime, Cyclones lead at 21-7. You're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone Football.
To mom this hard, you delegate. Kate, that bathroom's not clean yet. Jimmy, I need help with the dishes, big guy. I delegate like a mother, and I let Food City do the grocery shopping for me. With Go-Kart Curbside Pickup, I tell them what I need and how I like it. I order everything online and pick it all up curbside. With Go-Kart, I'm taking motherhood to a whole nother level.
Mother like no other, only at Food City.
After a long, hard day at work, all you want to do is relax at home, right? But how can you possibly relax when your home's not comfortable? If you want to feel more comfortable at home, give Advanced Heat Pump Systems a call today. With over 30 years of experience and the most innovative solutions, you can rest assured that Advanced Heat Pump Systems will make your home more comfortable. Give them a call today, 926-2665, or visit them online at advancedheatpump.com.
There she goes, ladies and gentlemen, Frankie Bailey. And now we're joined, the rose leaves and the thorns in. Dr. J, Dr. John Mitten.
Good timing, Tom. Good timing.
That's it.
If this doesn't
How about
work
this
out,
crowd? How about the Cyclone crowd over here, sir?
I came over a little early. I thought that, about 8 minutes to go, but I walked from one end to the other, and I mean, it's a sea of orange and black. Typically, what we would always expect, not surprised. Michael Morrell, one of our, alumni, Basketball Hall of Fame head coach at UNC Asheville, he came in town to watch. He says, I couldn't miss it. I had a minute to come here. He said, we still show up the same way we used to back in 1999. I said, yeah, we sure do. So, I just appreciate the community and the crowd. Band sounded fantastic there, the first few movements of the show. So, life's good in Elizabethton.
Halftime, 21-7 Cyclones. So, school year's obviously underway. It's been a great start, hasn't it?
Yeah, it really has. We've had a really smooth start. Been a factor of really good staff, all of our teachers and our counselors and everybody just kind of getting the year going with scheduling and trying to get everybody in the right spots. Our enrollment's up, which is really encouraging. Last enrollment report we had was just under 900, which is the largest I've seen it, in 5 years. We've got a really good, healthy freshman class, and so they're trying to encourage as many people as we can to get involved early in the year with extracurricular activities, clubs. You can tell by seeing the size of the band and the guard and the cheerleaders and the team and the student section showing up. It's just good to be in a normal state and getting out here and supporting the team, no matter what it is. The band, again, the cheerleaders, the chorus, everybody. Just this time of year is always special, and it's cool to see everybody come out.
You said it in freshman orientation. You're right. You said moms and dads and freshmen, there's something for everybody. Find something to get involved in, get plugged in, whether it's sports or music or the Future Farmers of America, whatever's out there, get involved. Lots of options for our kids at Elizabethton.
Yeah, we did a I call it a study. We just kind of looked at with Coach Holt and some of our administrative staff, just took a look at all of our activities and enrollment in activities, and just took a look at students who were participating in more than one thing outside of the school day. There's some research out there that'll tell you that academic success and the high school experience is better when you do more. And a lot of times you may think that doesn't make a lot of sense because doing more reduces the amount of time, but it's about investment in your community and investment in what you do. And The cool thing about Elizabethton has always been that we have a lot of people, volunteers, teachers, and parents who step up to create opportunities for students, which is something you have to have first and foremost. But when almost 70% of our student body last year we found was involved in something besides just going to school and the effect that it had on their academics, we felt like it was really important to broadcast that this year, starting with the freshman class and making sure they knew that there's something out there for everybody. And that's a good thing to think about when you walk into the school, is that, there's something here for me, you just got to find it. So, 900 of them, so we got to find a place for all of them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So enrollment's way up, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, again, the ninth grade class, the class leaving T.A. Duggar last year was I'll say abnormally large, a little bit larger than normal. But we've had some people moving in from out of town. So it's interesting to hear the stories of people who move into Elizabethton, or people who buy a house right on the spot, or just try to find something online because they really want to live in Elizabethton. They hear a lot of great things about our school and about our school system and our director of schools and everybody at the central office level, all the way down from our board. The city of Elizabethton getting behind us this summer, and just giving us some money to do some projects. Not just, I know Mr. Van Husk could probably talk about the system projects, but at the high school in general, our new athletic training facility. So it's not just at 907 Jason Witten Way. It's a collective effort all across the city. On Instagram at Elizabethton HS. Of course, Facebook is very active. Our city, our system, and our school has a high school page on Facebook. We're always pushing stuff out there. So those are the two primary places. So you can find information, obviously, on our website too. And we're always a phone call away. Customer service is one of the things we focus on, making sure we're trying to be available as often as possible to answer questions for people. So you can find us a number of different ways, or if not, just swing in, and check it out.
Got to say hello to Richard Grindstaff. I now remember who he was. I ran into him at the credit union a couple of weeks ago. He said, "You Tom Taylor?" I said, "Uh-oh, I am." He said, "I'm Richard Grindstaff. I'm a truck driver, long road truck driver." He said, "Every time I'm out on the road, I listen to you." Tonight he's in El Paso, Texas. So hello to Richard Grindstaff. He says, "Next time I'm home, I'm going to look you up. Please do." Thank you, sir. We got them all over the place. Got them in Texas, got them in Florida, got them in West Virginia, got them in Nevada, got them in California. Cyclone Nation goes far and wide, and be very proud of the school system. It's a great place, isn't it? Special.
Yeah, it definitely is. My wife works for the school system. She's a teacher at Eastside. Both my girls are at T.A. Duggar now. I got one in 8th grade, one in 6th grade. I never send them to school concerned about their academics or about their safety. And, as a parent, even when you separate yourself from working in a school, that's one of the two things that are the most important. School safety is a big focus this year. It's some new state laws have came down, which are obviously we get behind because staying safe is one of the most important things, or the most important thing really on a campus, even our size in our town. Just our family is invested in Elizabethton City Schools, and going to be for a long time. So it's just cool. It's hard to believe I'm going to have a freshman, and you've got a granddaughter there now too. So it's kind of crazy too. I looked up there during orientation and saw you sitting in the crowd. It's a little different view, isn't it?
Amen.
But hey, none of us are getting any younger. But life's good in Elizabethton. It's great to be a Cyclone.
Amen. By the way, you will hear him during basketball. I get comments all the time by John Mittens, color commentating in basketball. And understandably so. He's played it, he's coached it, he knows it, and he really adds a lot to our basketball broadcast, which will be here before you know it. But right now, we're enjoying a halftime. Cyclones lead at 21-7. Thank you, Dr. J. Love you, man.
Yes, sir. Go Cyclones.
Quick break right back after this from Brummett Sports. You're listening to Cyclone Football. Halftime, Elizabethton 21, Science Hill 7. So we're at Brummett Sports Shop in Elizabethton. Lori Wilson, the owner, and one of the hot items going into the holidays are varsity jackets or Letterman jackets. Tell us about it.
Well, Tom, we do varsity jackets for all our local schools. These are Holloway jackets, and the body is 24-ounce wool, and then most of the jackets we will get leather sleeves on them. We can also do the wool sleeves. But like I said, they're Holloway, so they're high-quality jackets. We can do any color for any school. We will put your school letter on the front, your name. See, this one has a name. We also have a local lady here that makes the patches. So the turnaround time is really pretty short for a custom jacket. The other thing we will do is if you play a sport, we will put a ball patch with your number in it, your varsity years that you played. We can do inserts, like we do a cross for FCA. We can do ball inserts if you play basketball or football or whatever. We also have band jackets. So here we have a band letter for this young lady. And one other thing we do are like custom patches, embroidered patches. So she plays mellophone and French horn, so she requested that. So we put that on her jacket. If you're all conference, if your team won the conference, we can do that. Like the nickname for your school. So this is Betsy Band. We also have Vikings for Tennessee High, Pioneers for Crockett, Greenville for the Greenville jacket. Another option for the back of the jacket is we can do your name and number.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, and then also we have position patches. So C for center, or we had one earlier that someone picked up, point guard, so that was PG and SG. But we do all local schools, accomplishments, and represent their school.
Tell us how we can get a hold of you.
Okay, our phone number is 423-542-2321. We also have a Facebook page, Brummett Sports Shop, so you can message me there. You can message me on my personal Facebook page, Lori Wilson, or you can email at brummittstn, that's BRUMITSTN @charter.net. We'd love to hear from you.
Back at halftime, Cyclones lead at 21-7. Coach Van Us back here with us, and our halftime also brought to you by the Coffee Company and RNA Auto. Love them. 2012 Honda Odyssey Silver for $11,700. A 2017 Beamer X7 all-wheel drive navy blue and beige for $19,900. And also at RNA Auto, they've got a 2018 Nissan Rogue SV all-wheel drive silver with black and deer for $15,900. That's what they've got again at RNA Auto in Piney Flats. Been there, done that, got one there back in the spring. Love the Mullins. They do a great job. A&R, I said RNA. A&R, Adam and Renee Mullins. Zeth's mom and dad. Great job. Thank you, sir. Again, Honda Odysseys, a RAV4, a Kia Soul, a Buick Enclave, a Nissan Rogue. Go to the website, check them out at I'm excited. A&Rauto.com. Slow down there, Muttley. I'm worked up. So, first half, 21-7. Coach, in my humble opinion, and I don't know anything about football, they get the second half kickoff. To me, that's going to set the tone for the rest of this football game. Can we stop them on their opening drive in the second half?
Yeah, I think you're exactly right, Tom. I mean, momentum is a funny thing. And, you know, when you look up at the scoreboard and you're down 2 touchdowns, every single possession gets more and more important. And so if the Cyclones can stiffen up right here, hold the toppers on this drive and get the football back, it may be really difficult for the toppers to come back, certainly if we're able to hold them and put a score on. But again, it's a full you have to play a full football game, you know, and if you don't, to get some hope about what they're doing, you know, it can be devastating. So really, the Cyclones the second half, you just have to continue what you've done here. We ran the football passing game, so we just need to continue those things. Defense gave up the one score, but time and time again, for the most part, you know, held the toppers in check. Game color guy,
right?
He texted me a few minutes ago, and he was giving me grief because I gave us a B- grade
Chewing
the
on
first
you.
half. He's like,
Tough.
up 2 scores and B-. You know, it's tough. You know, Coach Bless knows, an old coach, you can't get too high, you know, so we can't go out here and start throwing around A's and A+ and all that stuff. So I'm sticking with my B-. It might go up depending on the outcome of the game.
You got it. We'll pick our player of the game tonight, brought to you by this great sponsor. Thanks to Richard Oakes and the gang at Poor Trav's Deli. Halftime, Cyclones lead 21-7. Second half coming next. Come back with us here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and also on YouTube. Folks in Poor Trav's Deli, it's football time in Tennessee, as the late John Ward said. So Friday night, going to the ball game, come by and get your sandwiches. Tell us how you can help us.
Hey, just give us a call, 543-6128, and tell us what you like. White dark bread, we've got ham, turkey, roast beef, corned beef, pastrami, make a good steak sandwich. You want some chicken salad, some pickles and eggs. You know, if you just want a snack, some people just like to snack at the ball game.
You call or the number you call, and he'll have it ready for you. So if you're heading the game, how much time should we allow you to get them ready?
Usually about 10 to 15 minutes is a pretty good time.
Yep, 10 or 15 minutes.
10 to 15 minutes, we'll take care of you.
Yep, ready to go. 543-6128. Again, it will be an excellent, excellent opportunity to come by and get some great food.
Yep, love to see it.
Friday night football, Saturday football, whenever you need sandwiches, here's the place to come. Port Travis Deli at 543-6128, one of our great sponsors here on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Are you needing a better night's sleep? We have a huge selection of mattresses in stock, so you don't have to mattress purchases, plus free delivery and setup. Come into Cannons today and sleep great tonight.
Back at halftime, 21-7 Cyclones. Coach, if you're a Cyclone fan, you have access to a plethora of information on the website. Tell us about that.
You sure do. Write this down, and I'm going to stall here while you're grabbing something to write with. But write down these words, elizsports.com, E-L-I-Z sports, S-P-O-R-T-S.com, elizsports.com. It's the go-to place for the athletic history of Elizabethton High School, and it is a storied tradition, as we've talked about, again, celebrating 100 years of Cyclone football. But you start looking at all the different sports, basketball, baseball, a lot of them are in the same boat there. It's a one-stop shop. You can go there and see team photos. There's even access to old yearbooks there. It's an incredible site. And if you go there and check it out, what you're going to find is you're not going to be able to get out of it. You know, and you'll end up putting this somewhere on your home screen on your phone, same thing on your computer, so you have a chance to check it. But just want to give a shout-out to Rusty Melton and Eddie Pless, again, who put so much time and effort and energy and money into creating this site, and it is unreal. Just go there, check it out. Just some really neat stuff. He's been working a lot on updating some of the other sports. It's a continuous process trying to keep those things updated, but he also has a section in there for Douglas School, and so we're going to try to begin compiling some things as well, because Douglas School, the African-American school that was in place prior to integration, is a huge part of the Elizabethton history. It's
Absolutely.
all one. And so we're going to celebrate them as well, and so we'll begin collecting information on there. So he started that part of the page as well. So I'm really excited for people to get on there and check it out. You won't be sorry.
Will not. Absolutely. Cyclones teeing it up, folks. Let's go back to the screen that we've been asked to do, and that's what we're going to do here. So we're ready to bring it to you audio only in the second half. Cyclones lead at 21-7. I think this opening drive is huge in the outcome of this football game. Cyclones, Campbell to tee it up at the 40. He'll kick it left to right here on a gorgeous night for football. And right now it's even more gorgeous because we lead with 2 touchdowns, but it's a long second half. We got to keep the pedal to the metal. Here we go. Campbell to kick it left to right. Got a couple of guys back deep at about the 5-yard line. Campbell drives it end over end. He'll backpedal. It's a returnable ball, and he's in the end zone. Touchback. Great weapon. Caleb Campbell, coach, into the end zone. Touchback. They'll start at the 20.
That's a huge deal because, you look at the speedsters that the toppers have. Anytime you're able to get a kickoff and they're not able to return it, that's a win for the Cyclones. And so you'll take starting from the 20-yard line all day long.
First and 10 of the 20-yard line, starting the second half. 21-7 Cyclones. Seth Mullins, Eli Blevins, and Jeriah Griffin in on the touchdown so far tonight. Schwartz from the 20. Jason throws it to the near side, incomplete, and it's going to be a late hit on Mason Ball right there in front of the quarterback, right in front of the official, and he plowed him. He buried him when he released the throw, and I guess it wasn't to the liking of the official. Should be a personal foul against the Cyclones. And it will be against, it was very obvious from your coach, Mason Ball went in there and unloaded on him, and apparently the official said it was after he released the ball, personal foul.
It is a little excessive there. Maybe he thought it was a little too high up, maybe in the shoulder pad head area. I really couldn't see, exactly where he hit him. But as you mentioned there, Larry Hutchins had none of that. So
didn't waste any time flagging us. They pick up 15 to the 35-yard line. Science Hill opening drive of the second half. We're up 21-7. Long count, Schwartz, single setback. And jumping off, Ben Adams. A little anxious. 5 more yard gift now. Unless he got pulled, let's see. Usually, they're already marking off against us. So, to the 40 now. So they've got 20 yards of free turf. Hello, Brenda Cannon. Thank you, ma'am. From Cannon Furniture. Love Cannon Furniture. Play action. Handoff. And not much. Cyclones wrap him up. Good job. Mason Ball in there also for the Cyclones. 67. Call out the name of Landon Hughes, the junior. 40-yard line of scrimmage, coach. Didn't get very fair at all.
No.
In fact, he lost yardage back to the 39. Great job with the Cyclone D.
They did. He's fortunate he didn't lose more yardage because, again, the Cyclone defensive line was in the backfield.
39-yard line, lost a yard on the play. Schwartz running this way on the keeper. To the 40, to the 42, and turned a corner, and right there he was met head on, and head on pretty quickly by Ben Adams, also 28 for the Cyclones. Call out the name of Justice Wallen. He's been everywhere, the sophomore. Brings up a third down, coach, and about one.
Turn about one.
One, yep. Third quarter, 21-7, Elizabethton.
They've ran to their offense's left a lot tonight, so don't be a bit surprised if you don't see that same play we just saw there to the left right here to try to pick up the first down.
Got the bunch package, third and about one here. Cyclones are jammed up on the line of scrimmage. Here they come, and he's going to be stopped in the backfield.
No.
Caleb Holzer stopped him. Holzer knocked his slats up underneath him and stopped him. Baylor necessary. Again, the linebacker looks like he's grabbing his calves and maybe cramping, but Holzer cramped him. He dropped him for a loss in the play, coach. Great read in the backfield quickly by Caleb Holzer, number 27.
Yeah, I think maybe the Toppers maybe outfought that play. I don't know why you don't stay in the same formation you were and just run it. They're going to stay in the formation. They're going for it on 4th and 1.
4th and 1 again on the Wildcat formation. Here's Baylor necessary. Long count. Clock at 10:17 to go, third quarter.
Maybe trying to draw us off sides. Discipline.
Necessary. Keeps it. Works on
No,
right side.
no,
Stuffed.
no.
They didn't get it. They stuffed him. Fourth down. He went between the center and the right guard. Baylor necessary stuck it in there, tried to get the first down, and we said, no, you're not. Mason Ball stopped him. We get the football back, coach, in the Hilltopper territory.
Wow. I don't know. I'm really surprised the Toppers would go for it there. I know it's a two-score game, but really right there with that position, why not punt the football and see what your defense can do? But wow, you think about that. They had second and short, and we were able to make a big play in the backfield and then stopped them twice with less than a yard to go for the first down. Tremendous play by the defense as a unit. Those front linemen as well as the linebackers and secondary closing all that in. Fantastic play. Set up shop here in Topper territory.
Mason Ball probably just redeemed himself with that unsportsmanlike conduct call because he got in there and submarined him and dropped him. We take over on downs at the Science Hill 44-yard line, working left to right near hash mark. Red Slagle, single setback, Holzer made a big play in that defensive stop earlier. Slagle, bubble screen, far side, caught Luke Whaley, and Luke will be wrapped up, and they're waiting on him. We lose yardage back to the 47-yard line. Good pursuit by the Science Hill linebackers. We lose 3 on the play on a quick throw to Whaley, and nothing there, and we'll try it again on a second down. Clock rolling, 9:50 to go, third quarter. Cyclones lead 21-7.
Yeah, but before this game's over, you're going to see that action, and you're going to see a fake on the bubble and a throw long. You're going to see that here shortly.
Susie Farr watching and listening in Fresno, California. Bubble screen near side, Jariah Cott. Turns the corner. He's at the 45. He's at the 40. He's at the 35-yard line. Nice block downfield with Cam Baker to spring him, coach, and he's got the quick screen to the near side and down the near sideline, advancing the football down to about the Science Hill. They're going to mark it at the 37-yard line. Picks up about 10 on the play.
Yeah, so you got a manageable 3rd and 3 right here, again inside the 40. So Coach Witten has options right here on this call, as well as maybe if they stop us, maybe a 4th down play.
Third down at about 3. Hand off to Holzer. Holzer will slide. Got the first down, I think, to the 35-yard line. Let's see where they spot the football. He went to the left between the guard and the tackle and then cut back and got to the 35-yard line. Linebacker necessary making the stop again. And they'll mark the football at about the 35, and it'll be
half a yard short.
4th and a half yard, and we're going for it. Big play in this football game. 8:41 to go, third quarter. We're going to bunch them up here to the 35-yard line. We need about a half the length of a football here.
Yeah, same formation, just right back at Science Hill. You got a bunch formation by the Cyclones. Griffin at quarterback.
Jariah Griffin, a wildcat, and a busted play, and Jariah's not going to get it. Bad snap back there. He got it to Griffin, had to pick it up off the turf. Did the best he could and came up short in Science Hill. They didn't stop us. We stopped ourselves on a bad snap from center on the wildcat, and Science Hill takes over. and they'll spot the football 1st and 10, Science Hill, coach, on their own 37-yard line.
Yeah, they Toppers dodged a bullet right there. Cyclones had a great opportunity right there, just weren't able to convert on that 4th down, the bad snap. Still had a chance to almost get there, but just came up 3 yards short.
Hello to my buddy Annette Forgy. I sit with her beside her in church from time to time. And hello to Sharon Dickens in Dallas, Texas. Quick screen near side caught, and he's going to be wrapped up for nothing, maybe a yard. I don't think so. Holzer right there on him on a quickie to the near side to Emmett Watson, who's a speedster, the track star for Science Hill. And Caleb Holzer dropped him right there. Great read by number 27 for the Cyclones. He's played big tonight, Coach.
Yeah, we really adjusted well to that quick screen out there and made a play for no gain.
No gain on the play on the quick screen that Holzer covered like a blanket. 2nd and 10. Handoff going to the far side to Emil. Nothing. Tried to turn the corner. We stuff him. 37-yard line was the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard on the play. Ben Adams again in there big time for the Cyclones along with Kent. Kent was there as well. Matthew Kent for the Cyclones, Coach.
Yeah, this is not where you want to be just early in the season, this first game. But so far in this game, you do not want to be in 3rd and long against this Cyclone defense because that just allows that defensive front to really turn themselves loose and try to put pressure on the quarterback.
Matthew Kent, 5'11", 240 senior making the stop. 3rd down and about 9 for the Hilltoppers. 3rd quarter, we lead 21-7. Big play here again. 2 to either side for Schwartz. Should be a passing play. Let's see. He'll roll out in the flat. Jason looking. Pumps, throws downfield, and it's going to be into the boundary, out of bounds on the far sideline. Covered well over there, and he had to throw it away because the Cyclones had him covered in single coverage, Coach. And a great read by our Cyclone defense on stopping Jason Schwartz. They got to punt the football.
Yeah, again, rolling out to his right, and he had pressure in his face and just wasn't able to connect with his receiver, let him too far out of bounds. And so another stop by the Cyclone defense here to start the second half. Great job. And this gets them back off the field. And offense, another opportunity to try to go ahead and, I dare say it, put this game away.
7-11, 3rd quarter, 21-7. Helmet high snap. He juggles it and kicks it. Got a pretty good twister, returnable ball. We'll take it to the 27. It'll be Luke Whaley to the 30, 35, 40, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15. He's tripped up at the 20-yard line. Luke Whaley set sail down the far side and darn near broke it. Great field position for the Cyclones down to the Hilltopper 20. Oh, baby, he got it in gear, Coach, and about the 40-yard line, he shifted into high gear, and they tripped him up and stopped him. We have it 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They are so fortunate that he did not score. He had a full head of steam, and he made about 4 or 5 cuts on that run. Great individual effort and great job by the Cyclone return team to be able to get out there, give him seams to run in, and not get penalties. It's so hard to do that when you're trying to block in the open field. Great job, special teams.
Great return, 17-yard lines. We'll set up shop, 1st and 10, 3rd quarter, inside the red zone for the orange and black. 2 to the near side, far side, far hash mark Schlegel. Hands off. He'll go to the 15. Zeth Mullins to about the 11-yard line. Working off right side, wrapped up that like he should. Both arms wrapped around the football and cranked it down to about the 11. Picks up about 6. Famoyan making the stop for Science Hill. Picks up 6. Clock rolling. 6:36 to go, 3rd quarter. Cyclones in the red zone, knocking on the door, leading 21-7. We want more. Schlegel with a single setback, Zeth Mullins. 2 to the far side, and Whaley and Griffin, 1 to the near side, and that will be Eli Blevins. And so Schlegel, have to hurry here. On the cadence, looks to the sideline again for the play. Audibilizing in the line of scrimmage here. Single setback is Mullins from the 13-yard line. Mullins will string it to the far side of the 10, to the 5. He slides in to get it, and a flag into the play. 2 flags. Touchdown Cyclones. Hang on.
Flags are, yeah.
There's flags, but Mullins got the handoff angle to the far side, the wide side of the field. You can see it from here developing. He belly slid in and kind of slid into second base across the goal line for the touchdown, but the flags fly immediately. Let's see.
We act like that it's on them, so we'll see here. We've already sent the extra point team in.
13-yard lines where it was. Our extra point team's out there. Bowers there and Whaley, they're ready to go. But there's a gaggle of officials across the way meeting here to see what's going to determine how this is going to go. Here they come, the man in the white hat. Let's see what we got.
I think
Mullins, touchdown, the 13-yard run. Let's see what we got here. The man in the white hat says Face mask, personal foul, Science Hill. So
that'll be assessed on the
kickoff. Touchdown Cyclones. Zeth Mullins, 13-yard run.
There's no doubt that the execution was excellent there, but you got to give a shout out to the coaches who checked right at the line of scrimmage, reset the formation, and got in the end zone.
Whaley to hold. Bowers down the freshman, and it's partially tipped, and it's blocked. They got a block. Nice job of the Science Hill special teams. They block it. Cyclones lead at third quarter, 27-7. We'll be right back. You're watching and listening to Elizabethton Cyclone football.
Hi, this is Big Country, and you're watching my buddy Tom Taylor in the Elizabethton Cyclone Sports.
Hey, it's your girl Mayani. A little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A Cobb salad is the chicken, literally the nuggets, they smack. When you put those nuggets in the salad, it just brings the salad to life. I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Hi, I'm Jasmine, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A market salad is that the chicken is super juicy and the apples can be a little tangy, also a little sweet as well, so there's just a ton of different flavors. It's just so good.
So I'm Dr. Beth Cannon of Cannon Family Dental. We do a little bit of everything, cosmetic dentistry, general dentistry. We see all ages of patients. I like that patients are comfortable with bringing their family here. With smaller children, they're some of my favorite patients to see. We always try to make that first visit super happy, where they get to come in, sit in the chair, see how they get pictures of their teeth and get their teeth brushed with a little silly brush. There's multiple families that have been with me since the beginning, and their kids were, my kids' age, like 7, 8 years old, and now they're grown up driving. They drive to their own appointments and make their own appointments, which is wonderful, and getting to see the kids and grow up with them. It's great to be a part of that. So if any of you are looking for a new dentist, we would love to have you join our family. Definitely give us a call if you'd like to come in.
Kickoff Campbell from the 45 after the penalty. Forget it. Automatic touchback Cyclones. Coach, it's a big weapon, sir. I know we don't always talk about that, but Campbell with the penalty kicked it from the Science Hill 45. Wasn't even close. Drilled in the end zone. Campbell's been tough tonight. Been a big weapon for us on these kickoffs.
He sure has. We've won the special teams battle all the way around. Did sneak through there and block that extra point, but the punting game, the kickoffs by Campbell have been tremendous, and that is such a huge part of the game that a lot of times people overlook.
Interesting, some of the Hilltopper fans starting to leave here right in front of them, or behind them, I should say. They're in front of us. First down call from the 20-yard line. Not much. Cyclone stuff him, Coach.
Yeah, that was a great job. Emil right there was able to cut back, started to his right, cut back in the middle, the heart of that Cyclone defense, and they slammed the door on him.
Landon Hughes, 6'2", 275, dropping a hammer on him. Picks up a couple of yards on the play. Hand off again, Emil trying to reverse direction. Got him in the backfield and dropped him. Great job by Cam Baker, number 4, the senior, making the stop in the backfield.
I think we came on a corner blitz on the backside right there, and Cam was able to get in the backfield and tackle him for a loss, 3rd and long.
3rd down and long. Science Hill, 27-7 Cyclones. 3rd quarter, 5:14 mark. Railroad Rumble Part 3. A lot of football left, but we're up 20 here in the 3rd. Schwartz, Jason. Play action,
bootleg.
rolls out in the flood. Looking. He'll run it. Schwartz, he'll go to the 30 and get out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. So Jason may have got what he needed to move the sticks.
I believe he did.
He did. Nice run by Schwartz. He kept it. Looking, kind of froze our defenders and our linebackers. Said, okay, I'll scoot it over top of the first down marker, and he did. First down. Nope. They're going to say he ran out of bounds.
No, he didn't. No, he did.
Nope.
I'm sorry. He did signal.
First down. There you go. First down at the 30-yard line. They were slow flipping it over from the 3rd down to the 1st down, but he got it. Schwartz rolls this way from the 30. Looking. He'll throw downfield to the safety valve, but makes the catch to the 40. We had him bottled up downfield. Zeth Mullins makes the tackle on the catch made by number, is that 33, Coach? Is that right? 33, Tyler Holder, the sophomore, making the catch. So they go from the 30 to the 41-yard line. Another big chunk of real estate. Picks up 11 on the play. Third quarter, Cyclones 27-7. Swartz, hand off in the backfield, breaks the tackle. We had him hemmed in, but he'll spin up the field and get a little way and get to the 49-yard line. Nice run. We had him back there. And a Cyclone down. Hope it's just a cramp.
I think it's a topper down.
I'm sorry, topper down. 67, had him in the grass, just couldn't get him down. Landon Hughes and Eli Guest both back there. Makes positive real estate from the 41 out of the 49-yard line. Hello to Steve McCauley. How you doing, sir? Hello to Katina Bricky and Jill Owens and David Nanny, my buddy David. Elizabethton Parks and Rec. Got 2 daughters, pretty good cheerleader sponsors.
They are.
Victoria and Vanessa.
Yep, they do a great job and in their roles. One's a teacher and one's a guidance counselor, and do a great job. Just 2 examples of the incredible staff that we have all over the school system. So we're just blessed. Not to change the subject, Tom, but Mr. Pless has texted me once again, and he asked me if maybe that grade was up to a B yet, or if it's still a B minus. So we might give him a B here with about 4:39 to go in the third. It does look just like a cramp, Tom. So I think that young man will be okay.
Hello to Tammy Trutman, one of our new sponsors. Hello, young lady from the Eagle Center. Molly Glover, Martha Buck, Mark Minton. Listen to my buddy Tom. Thank you, Mark. Junior Stanley, Joseph Ibrahim down in Orlando. How about that?
Yep.
Usually has his own when he's doing surgeries. Dr. Ibrahim will have his own in the OR.
I'd be worried, if you had a scalpel or something, and the Cyclones break 14 tackles and score. It'd be hard to explain that one.
He's stitching somebody with, yep. Young man's going to come off the field, just cramps.
Can't see.
We hope.
Maybe 51 or 57. Hard to see that number.
Cyclones lead at 27-7, third quarter here. Next Friday night, Coach and I will take it on the road. We'll be down to Morristown at Burke Toney Stadium. They're playing tonight down there for the bragging rights of Morristown East and West. Hello, Larry Adams, Judy Richardson. Larry and the Maestro Ronnie Brookshire instrumental in getting our Cyclone Network cranked up, which will bring back to life come September 15th when Daniel Boone comes to town. Boone's got Irwin, North Carolina tonight playing. Greenville, our final opponent of the regular season, they're at the Stone Castle tonight taking on Tennessee High. Coach is going to work on some scores while we bring you the 49-yard line spotting of the Science Hill Hilltoppers at the 4:39 mark, third quarter, 27-7 Elizabethton.
It's Bryson Hill shaking up for the Toppers, walking off there. I think he's going to be fine.
Second down call coming to their side of Mill. Mill turns the corner to the 45 and right out of bounds, doing a little talking after it, and the tackle made by number 24 for the Cyclones. Call out the name of Landry Buckles, who happens to be our state discus champion. Daddy could play, couldn't it?
Oh.
Kelly Buckles.
You talk about a burner. He was a burner.
44-yard line, first down, Science Hill on the Emil run. Hand off up the middle, again inside the 40 and tripped up to the 38-yard line. Picks up about 6 on the first down call. They'll tap him on the helmet, let him know he's down, and doing that, number 19 for the Cyclones.
I think he may have twisted his
Zach
ankle
Wallen.
There. Emil came off the field there and immediately laid down on the sideline there, so a little shaken up. He's had a great game running the football for the Toppers.
Picks up 6 to the 38-yard line. Third quarter, Cyclones by 20. Swartz, three-step drop looking, throws out in the flat. He'll make that catch to the 40, and a great open field tackle. He had real estate, and all of a sudden the door got slammed. Who made that tackle, Coach?
Number 19, I believe that's Mr. Wallen. Correct?
Number 19 again, making the stop. Credit Zach Wallen, this time a sophomore. Stops him at the 39-yard line, loses a yard. Great open field tackle on the catch. He caught it, had real estate, and Wallen dropped him at the 39-yard line. Clock at 3:29, third quarter, 27-7 Elizabethton. Swartz checking off on a third down call. Third and about 5 here. Swartz will keep it. Turn the corner to the short side of the field and run out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. They're not going to let him get it. Jason Swartz turned the corner, the little jitterbug quarterback. He can scoot, and they slammed the door on him at about the 38-yard line for no gain on the play.
They've had much more success to their offensive left. That time they ran to the right and picked up absolutely nothing. So you've got fourth and about 4, and they're obviously down 20. You're going to go for it, certainly inside the 40. So
39-yard line to be exact. Fourth down is Coach said at about 4. Another stop with the Cyclone D. Swartz three-step drop looking. Toes out in the flat, caught, and dropped. Incomplete.
Incomplete,
it's incomplete pass. He juggled it, dropped it, and the Cyclones take over on D. Stopping him on D. We take over on O, I should say, on possession as we stop him defensively. Great defense led again by one of the Wallen boys, Coach.
Yeah, that was another grab. He didn't have anywhere to go there, even though he did drop the ball. Even if he had made that catch, there was nowhere to go. Great job by the Cyclones over there. Like you said, Wallen and all those guys. I think Eli Blevins was over there at corner as well, and then the pursuit from the linebackers inside. Just great team defense. Really, really impressed with everyone's effort, but specifically the defense today has just been outstanding.
Cyclones take over on downs at the 38-yard line, leading by 20, third quarter. Red Schlegel engineering the offense, puts a man in motion from far side to near side, sets him up as an up back. Comes this way. It'll be Zeth Mullins, turns the corner to the 40 and brought down right there on a high collar tackle by Zeth Mullins. Zeth was on crutches not too long ago. That's what kind of kid this kid is.
That was very close to a horse collar.
That's what I thought.
Very, very close.
To the 40-yard line, picks up 1. Clock, 2:42, third quarter. Elizabethton 27, Science Hill 7. Griffin and Whaley to the far side. Near side is Mason Hall and Eli Blevins. Caleb Holzer in the backfield. Hello to Myra Norris. Larry Adams. Schlegel out in the flat, caught. Whaley.
Go Whaley.
Whaley to the 50. He's inside the 50 to the 45-yard line. Luke Whaley caught it and scooted again down inside the 50 to the 45-yard line.
You know, you think about the Cyclone, the receivers there. You think about Cam Baker. You think about Eli Blevins and Jeriah Griffin. Then all of a sudden, here comes old Luke Whaley out there. Just gets the job done. Just a fantastic catch and made a move there to pick up the first down, move the chains.
Double C Western Supply first down of 17-yard pickup to the 45-yard line. Closing minutes of the third quarter. Elizabethton leads at 27-7 and wanting more here inside the Hilltopper territory. On the far hash mark, working left to right, backs to the scoreboard. Schlegel hands off to the near side, tries to get up inside Holzer and gets stuffed pretty good. Nice hit by, I think I'm going to call the same kid out again. Let's see, is it necessary? It is.
I believe so.
Baylor Necessary, man, he can play.
You talk about a player.
He is a stud football player. Stops him at the 46, loses 1.
They've had some really good linebackers at Science Hill, and Mr. Necessary is right there in amongst them. He's made play after play tonight for the Toppers.
My buddy Angelique Murray, one of the nicest ladies in the world. Hello, Angelique. You know Miss Angelique, don't you? She's a sweetheart. She is.
Cyclone Alumni Association board member.
Schlegel out in the flat far side, caught. Whaley again inside the 45, down to the 43-yard line. Positive real estate again. Clock rolling, a minute to go, third quarter. Hello to Mary Smith. Hello to Eleanor Rambo in Southport, North Carolina. Gloria Colball. Hello, Gloria. How you doing, lady? Jonathan and Kim Morton. Third down at the 42-yard line. Third down and about 8 for the Cyclones. 1:03 to go, third quarter. Elizabethton leads at 27-7. Next Friday night, as we said, Coach and I will be at Morristown West at Burke Toney Stadium to battle the Trojans. Home opener September the 15th. Get your tickets and come watch these kids play. Schlegel keeps it himself. He'll go to the 40, and Rhett's pretty good size young, about 6'1", 6'2", and shoves up behind the Hogs, gets down inside the 40, and advances the football to the 38-yard line, Coach.
Yeah. So now you got 4th and 3. You're inside the 40, so an interesting spot right here for the Cyclones, but I think Coach Witten's making the right call here. Defense has played outstanding. Why give them a short field? And so we're bringing the punting unit on the field.
Ronnie Brookshire says Cyclones are bringing it down in Nashville. Hello, sir.
They are.
Love me some Ronnie Brookshire. What a great guy. What a big asset to this broadcast team. Goodness gracious. Thank you, Ronnie. All you did last year to get that Cyclone Network going, you and Larry Adams. All right, here's the kick at the 50. Campbell, high twisting kick. It'll bounce around, hit it at the 20, and it'll keep bouncing, and we're right there to surround it. And we'll do that at about the 15, 16-yard line. 9 seconds in the third quarter. 27-7 Elizabethton.
Yeah, just another great quarter by the Cyclones there. You know, score a touchdown, hold the Toppers scoreless, and so you're in position here to finish the game out. You've got to keep doing what's gotten you to this point, and that's good, solid defense. Guys playing their technique and their position, and just got to keep leaning on that offensive line and keep putting the pressure on Schwartz in the backfield.
17-yard line, 1st and 10, Science Hill. Final play of the third quarter. Schwartz out of the shotgun, working right to left. Cyclones showing a 4-man front. Schwartz looking. He's in trouble. They're after him back there. He's scrambling. He's going to be sacked back at the 1-yard line. He got sacked. And that'll end the third quarter. The Cyclones, like rats after cheese, sacked him at the 1-yard line.
An emphatic end to the third quarter.
We'll go to the fourth. We'll be back after this. Cyclones lead at 27-7. We're a quarter away from bringing the trophy back to Elizabethton. Would you please?
Eagle Center Co-op is a great collection of antiques and collectibles, coins, cast iron, vintage furniture, artwork, just about anything that you can think of. And I always say that it's full of things from the past that tell a story when people no longer can. So lots of things to add character and conversation to your home, handmade jewelry, just about anything that you can think of, we've got it.
You have a waiting list. How many vendors right now?
We have close to 50 vendors, and we have a 2-page waiting list for people who would like to become vendors, and hopefully we can work those in somehow. It's exciting.
Hours are open.
We're open 10 to 5, Monday through Saturday.
And social media?
Social media is on Facebook at Eagle Center Co-op, and we're located at 507 East Elk Avenue in downtown Elizabethton. Beautiful downtown.
Beautiful downtown. Be loyal, buy local, and buy it in Betsy at Eagle Center Co-op in downtown Elizabeth. One of our great sponsors here on the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Cyclone Football.
At Carter County Bank, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to make them happen. We're here along the way so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Carter County Bank, in the business of happiness.
Millions of dollars of furniture in stock right now. Are you tired of hearing what you want is sold out? We have the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the area. We receive truckloads every day of special buys ready for you to pick up today or have delivered. Come get your new furniture at Cannon's Furniture in downtown Elizabethton.
We start the fourth quarter. Cyclones lead at 27-7. Thank you, Angelique. Very sweet. Cheryl Garland listening in Linville, North Carolina. Judy Richardson. Michael Call, K-K-A-A-L in Atlanta. Thank you. Joseph Ibrahim in Orlando. Daphne Wilson in Elizabethton. Coach, give us some quick scores. Science Hill has to set up shop here at the 1-yard line to start the fourth and a second down play.
Westridge 20, Volunteer nothing. Greenville 28, Tennessee High 7. South Green 22, Crockett 12. Safety.
Starting the fourth quarter, he just got out of the end zone, working off left side. We almost had him for a safety. He gets out into the fair play. He was trapped in the end zone, the running back, Emil. Gets it to maybe the 2-yard line. That's about it. Hello, Mitzi Whitehead. Coach Whitehead's mom and Mamaw listening. Hello, Mamaw Whitehead. Love it. Rick Garrison. Put the pedal to the metal and bring the W back to Betsytown. Absolutely.
Javon Emil, as again we've talked about, he's been the main ball carrier for the Toppers tonight, and he just limped back out. He got hurt in the last series. Looked like maybe an ankle, and he's back out again. Just doesn't look like he's going to be able to go right now.
Thank you, Jimmy Buck. You're very kind, sir. Thank you for the exciting play-by-play. Actually, I get excited to watch this team.
Yeah.
These guys, they brought their lunch buckets tonight, folks. They're just getting with it. What Jason Witten say, do it in the dirt?
That's it.
Do it in the dirt. It all's in the dirt. And they're grinding this thing out. 27-7, they're operating from the 2-yard line, Science Hill. Schwartz in the end zone looking. Flushed out of the pocket, throwing downfield. It's going to be nearly picked off. It was. It's intercepted. Cyclones got it.
Wallen
got it. It got tipped up, went up in the air like a pop-up, and Wallen got it at the 25-yard line. Interception. Cyclones got the football.
I didn't see who got the tip. It may have been Cam Baker. Broke on that ball, like you said, tipped it up, and Wallen was able to dive in and catch the ball before it hit the ground. Huge play right here by the Cyclone defense. They've made them time and time again all night long. Just so impressed with them. And let's talk about that defensive staff too. Lots of staff changes on the Cyclones from last year to this year. Lost a lot of great coaches, but credit Coach Witten for going out and getting guys, hats off to Jordy, Harrison, who's taken over the defense, and they've just played outstanding tonight.
And why do I get excited calling the Cyclones? For that reason right there. What a great pick. We've got the football. We set up shop at the 26-yard line of Science Hill, fourth quarter. And they'll blow the play dead. They hand it off to the J train, and they'll blow her dead. And we'll see what the call is.
I think we got a little excited there on the left side of the line. We left a little bit early, kind of like the Topper fans right now, leaving a little early.
They are leaving. We're up behind them here, and they are heading out. So,
beating the traffic.
11:41 to play, 27-7 Cyclones. Jay Bird, the J train, 5'10", 240 sophomore. Where's number 40? He's a load. 31-yard line. 3 to the near side, wide side of the field. Slagle hands off to the J train coming this way. He'll go to the 30 and dragging 3 with him down to the 28-yard line. He turned the corner, lowered that right shoulder, and the J train took 3 to bring him down, led by, again, this kid can play.
Think about the
Baylor necessary.
Yeah,
he can play.
Yeah, he is a player. Let's talk about that Cyclone backfield. Number 7, Zeth Mullins. Number 27, Holzer. And like you said, number 40, Wallen. That's the three-headed monster in the backfield for the Cyclones. Have done a tremendous job. And those Hogs up front blocking and leading the way for them.
11-11 to play in the ball game. We're up 27-7 at the Science Hill 28-yard line. Working right to left, looking into the scoreboard near hash mark. Baker goes in motion from near side to far side. Slagle hands off to Mullins. Mullins sidesteps a man. They swarm him and drop him. Nice pursuit by the Science Hill linebackers to drop him for a loss of 1 back to the 29-yard line. Here's the beauty of what's going on. That clock's rolling right now. It's 10:45 to play. We are up 20 points, 27-7. 29-yard line. It'll bring up a third down and about 3 or 4 yards here. Next Friday night, Coach and I will truck it down to Burke Tony Stadium in Morristown. Join us next Friday night. Is that a 7 or 7:30 kickoff?
I am not sure about that, Tom. We'll have to check.
We'll have to double check. We'll be there in all our pageantry and glory. Oh, yes. Running with RV. Ain't a better man to run with.
Clampett's coming to Hamlin County.
That's it, the Clampett's. Jethro and Gomer's coming to Hamlin County. Oh, Lordy. Handoff up the middle, not much. Science Hill stuffs him at about the line of scrimmage. And a running back, I believe that time was Mullins. We'll pick our players of the game. The Poor Travis Deli players of the game is going to be a tough choice tonight. A couple of guys going to get free sandwiches. Compliments of Poor Travis Deli. Marsh making the stop, 9:45 to play. 4th down and about 11 for the Cyclones, and they're content to look at that sideline and milk this clock because it's going. 9:35 to play.
Let me mention some names here. Those linemen we've talked about up front. Number 68, Corey Green. Number 79, Josh Hayes. Number 57, Kyron Smalls. Number 54, Wyatt Pitzenbarger. And number 50, Seth Campbell.
So a busted play. They took off and ran it, but false start, I think, on the Cyclones. Hello to Ellen Taylor. Hello to Brendan Cannon and Daryl Cannon watching from Michigan. How about that? Hello, the Cannon kids. Sheila Malone. Blessed to be watching, listening to your awesome play-by-play. Thank you, Sheila. You're very kind. Give a credit to the Lord. Kent Farr from Fresno, California. Ball at the 33-yard line. False start, 4th and more, and Campbell will punt this football.
It's number 17. Would this be Whitehead kicking?
Whitehead's kicking, yep. Low snap coming up off the turf, and he'll get it off. Good knuckleballer down the field at a bounce at about the 12, bound around to the 10, bound around to the 9, and we're there to down it. Cyclones there quickly to get it. Landry Buckles, our state discus champion. Pretty impressive. Our state discus champion from a year ago, track and field. Landry Buckles.
Yeah.
Our band's defending state champ, the Betsy Band. Is it not awesome?
They're just incredible. I think we'll go down and watch them practice a little bit on Saturday. And, of course, the Cyclone Topper fans got to see them at the half. And just another incredible show they're going to have. And Mr. Valentine thinks they have an opportunity to be just have another outstanding season. So can't wait to watch them as they continue to work on their show and they move further throughout the season.
Hello, Ashley Taylor. Maddox Taylor says, hey, Tom. Hey, Maddox. How you doing, lady? Appreciate you, kids. Time out on the field. Clock, 8:58 to play. Elizabethton leads at 27-7, Coach.
Real quick here, Tom, some scores. Cott County 21, Cherokee 6, future Elizabethton opponent. Chucky Doak 41, Unaka 18. That's a halftime score. A final at Daniel Boone. They lose to Clyde A. Irwin 7-0.
Wow. This is game number 1,015 tonight for the Cyclone historians. We have 636 wins as a school. We're about to get 637. Things stay the same. 636 wins, 353 losses, and 25 ties. Game number 1,015. At this point, the orange and black are doing pretty dadgum good. Here we go. Science Hill Swartz rolling out in the flat, and he'll be caught and dropped immediately at the 12-yard line by Zeth Mullins. Rolled out, catch made. Nice job by Famoyan. But Swartz rolling out and dumped it to him in a down-and-out pattern. Vance is a football coach to about the 13-yard line.
Schwartz, he's ran for his life just about all game long, and he was doing that there. Able to complete the pass, but again, like you said, Mullins, Johnny on the spot there to stop him after a short gain.
Mason Ball all over him back there. Schwartz rolling out again in the flat. Tries to come back this way, screen pass,
Boom.
And caught it, dropped him. Caleb Olser got him at the 12-yard line. They went that way, then stopped and reversed and said everything went that way. He came back on the weak side screen, and Caleb Holzer stayed at home. And when he caught the ball, he dropped him at the 12. Maybe lost to a yard on play, Coach. Great read again by number 27, senior Caleb Holzer.
Yeah, just, again, they've played tremendous all game. We just can't heap enough praise on them. Again, you just want to keep the ball in front of you right here. No big plays, again, as that clock continues to run. Under 8 minutes now.
3rd and 7, the ball at the 14-yard line. Science Hill working left to right. The near hash mark. Swartz looking, wants to run, and he's going to be sandwiched and dropped to the 19-yard line. Ben Adams again, 44 there to make the stop, and also he whirly-gigged him. He got about the 17-yard line, whirly-gigged him and slung him down, and Swartz gets to about the 19-yard line.
He's going to be a yard short, so you're down 20. You probably don't have much choice but to go for it here. It looks like they are.
7:35 to play. It's 4th and 1. Science Hill on their own 19-yard line. Moving the sticks at the 20. They need one more yard. Of course, the original line of scrimmage obviously was the 10. So we're 7:22 and counting away from bringing the trophy back home. Swartz on the 4th down keepers got the first down and a little bit more to the 25, to the 26, and upended. Cyclones make the stop. It was Eli Blevin stopping him at the 26. Nice run with Swartz out of desperation because he was hemmed in. He got what he needed and got the first down for Science Hill at their own 26-yard line. Clock rolling. 7:08 to play, Coach.
Yeah, big play right there to keep the football. You certainly can't afford to give it back to the Cyclones this late in the game.
Hello, Jennifer Vance. Swartz looking, and Ball sacked him. He looped around. He just outbeat his man. He just muscled him. And Mason Ball came around the bull rush and sacked him for a loss back inside the 20-yard line, all the way back to the 19, Coach, a loss of 7.
Yeah, he wore the right tackle, the Science Hill's right tackle, just blew right by him. Swartz didn't even have a chance to set his feet. He was on him. Great play.
Paul Crowder says our soccer team down 2-0. Hey, Monday night we're going to be streaming volleyball again. We got the Gate City Lady Blue Devils coming. Join us at about 6:30 right back here. Video audio on Monday night for the Lady Cyclone volleyball team. Under first-year coach Carly Williams. Bubble screen near side caught as the 16-yard line and dropped right there.
Woo.
Fighting through the tackle and making that tackle, Zeth Mullins for the Cyclones, Coach.
Yeah, he fought through Famoyan's block right there, just blew up the block and made the play. That was a tremendous football play to be able to again, ward off the block and still make the tackle. Zess had an incredible game as well.
So the clock rolls, 5:50 to go in the football game. Brings up a 3rd down and long for the Hilltoppers. The ball on about the 18-yard line. Swartz rolling out again after the sack. Looking. Jason will run it and still on his feet, reversing field and just throws it downfield. It's going to be incomplete. Couldn't get him down. He finally said, I'm going to throw it down the field to somebody. And it bounds away effortlessly and harmlessly, and it's a 4th down call now. Great read by our defense, putting pressure on him. There's a flag on the play. Let's
see. They had linemen downfield, but, I don't know that they're going to call that, but they're calling them for a hold. So we're going to decline that, I would assume, and bring up 4th down. They're going to have no choice but to punt it here, I think. That's correct. declined by the Cyclones, 4th and 20.
Hello, Sam Hilton. Double C Western Supply, home of, Ariat, Wrangler, Hey Dudes.
I didn't wear my Hey Dudes tonight.
I noticed
I'm
that.
a Hey Dude kind of guy.
I know that. You
I
do.
broke out the Tennessee Volunteer Nikes.
You got it.
Thanks, Bryce.
At the 5-yard line, you'll have to punt it away. 4th down, we stopped them again. Clock in our favor, 5.5 to play. It's a twister, heck of a punt.
That was.
Way back down to the 35-yard line. He'll pick it up on the bounce at the 30. To the 35, coming to the near side and makes a cut and is dropped to the 40-yard line. Return man was Luke Whaley to the 40. 1st and 10 Cyclones. We have it on our 40. Clock in our favor. 5:17 to play. We lead 27-7. Hello, Sam Hilton, and hello to Ernie Berry.
Ernie Berry, former player of mine back in the day.
So the Cyclones take over 1st and 10 to the 40-yard line, and more folks passing in front of us heading home here in the Science Hill side.
Not many have left on the other side.
No.
I think they're going to stay and celebrate this win as long as they can.
SRO over there, folks. Standing room only, and you can bet your bottom dollar they'll be packed next Friday night down in Morristown, following the Cyclones down there.
Yep.
Morristown West, then we go to Granger, we go to Cherokee, and come on for a home opener on September the 15th. We have 6 road games this year and 4 home games. A lot of folks don't like that. It's the way it is, but look at it. Next year we have 6 home games and 4 road games. Everything flips and reverses next year. Got some more scores, Coach?
Yeah, I do. And I know people are frustrated about that, but at least we have 10 games. You know, we went through 2 seasons where we only had 9 football games. So we have 10, and like you said, next year we'll have 6 home games. But some scores, Carter County scores, Cloudland 14, Happy Valley nothing. That's a halftime score. Sullivan East 18, Johnson County 8, Northview Academy 12, Unicoi 6. Again, that Greenville score, they're up over Tennessee High 28-7, and that is a fourth quarter score.
40-yard line, 1st and 10. Elizabethton working right to left near hash mark, leading 27-7 fourth quarter. Hand off to the J train. He'll turn the corner to the 40. He'll stay on his feet. He'll go to about the 42, 43, and he'll claw his way to about the 44, but the clock continues to roll here. Science Hill's not a whole lot they can do, folks. They're down trying to stop this kid. Like trying to stop a bowling ball or a fire hydrant with legs.
This is the worst case scenario for the Toppers when you have someone like that in the backfield like the Cyclones do, and he's punishing people. And he was hit after a 2-yard gain, but it ended up being a 5-yard gain. Those are plays that make a difference in football games, and it will as we continue throughout the season.
Hello to Sonia and Jack Cole. Thank you. Very kind for your comments. Hello to Woody Ornduff. 45-yard line, fourth quarter. It's all Betsy. Hand off again to the J train. He stands him up at the 45 and barrels his way to the 50-yard line.
Close.
He took 3 with him, folks. They stood him up at the 45. He's pounding those legs like pistons and said, "You ain't stopping me. I'm the J train," to the 49.
Yeah, third and a little, well, not sure about that spot. But anyway, 3rd and 1. You want to guess who might get the football right here? I'm just going to.
I'm going to guess it's the J train. Yep, he's back there, single setback. We brought him 3 tonight. Gave him a dose of Zeth Mullins, a dose of Caleb Holzer, now a dose of the J train. Justice Wallen, clock rolling, 3:55 to play, rolling in our favor, 27-7 Elizabethton. We have led from the get-go. Zeth Mullins' opening touchdown of 8 yards. We've never looked back. Mullins will come in now. In the back, they're replacing the J train. And now I believe a timeout's been called and has been by the Elizabethton Cyclones.
Play clock was under 5 there, so good timeout. Don't want to give him any yardage.
Can we work one in?
Do it. Yes,
Let's work one in. We got to pay a bill or two, and we'll do that. Right after this, we'll come right back. You're watching, or in this case, listening to Elizabethton Cyclone football.
So I stopped in at Chick-fil-A for lunch and saw Officer Wilson come in. I decided to place a dine-in mobile order and have a cookie delivered to him just to show appreciation for his service for our community.
A few minutes later, I noticed that Officer Wilson had gotten up and left, and I knew he hadn't gotten his cookie yet.
I'm headed to my car. I turn around and I see Allie, and she's running after me.
Mr. Police Officer, Mr. Police Officer.
Usually when someone yells, "Officer, officer," they want to ask me about a ticket they got. I absolutely wanted the cookie. This cookie is delicious.
Red Slagle, the keeper, while we're away, and he punches across the 50 to the 48-yard line, moving the sticks. The Double C Western Supply first down, and our fan base, they're going bananas.
Yes, just tremendous outpouring of support and just appreciation for these guys that have worked so hard to put this game plan together and then to go out and execute like they have tonight. It's just been a Cyclone night.
Hello, Mark Smith in Illinois, class of 83. David Shields, Richard Lyons, Candy Craig, Bob Plummer. I know the Plummer. He and I were on a plane crash together. Right side working our left side, coming down the field to the 50, down to the 45, down to the 43. He was around. I was doing the Bucks on the radio back in the day. J-Train carried it inside the 45, down to the 44, to the 43-yard line. Clock rolling. 2:53 to play in the football game. And Sean Whitten and the Cyclones are going to bring the Railroad Rumble Trophy back to Elizabethton, folks. We got this bad boy. Woo! Goodness gracious. Got me fired up. The ball at the 43-yard line. Clock rolling. 2:35 to play. Slagle hands off to the J-Train. J-Train just obliterated a guy at the 40-yard line. He just ran up him and ran over him.
My.
And he got up and said, "What hit me?" Hello, Judy Richardson. Thank you, Judy. Very kind. Donna Townsend, thank you, ma'am, down in Nashville. You're very kind. Thank you, Lynn McDowell. I'm just telling you, I better get a hug Sunday in church from Lynn McDowell. I'm going to be upset. Player down on the field, looks like it's the J-Train.
No, I think it's number 80. It's Bailey
Oh, it's
Cannon.
80. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Spoke too soon. Bailey Cannon. I knew there was a 0 on his shirt. He's laying on his back. Hope it's a cramp. They immediately get out there and take a look at him. The Science Hill support staff, which we appreciate. Jordy Harrison come across to take a look at his lineman. Cyclones are about to give Sean Whitten his 4th win as a head coach in Johnson City.
Wow.
He's 2-6 at home. He's 4-5 over here, and we've won. This will be the 3rd time in a row we've won over here.
Wow. I can promise you. We can go back and check the record book, but I don't know that we've ever beaten them 3 times over here. That's impressive.
We beat them here in 2019, 28-20. Beat them here in 2021 in Johnson City at ETSU, 34-15. We got them tonight, 27-7 so far. The longest winning streak of the Cyclones against Science Hill has been 7 from 1941 to 1947. We've shut them out. Won't happen tonight. We've shut them out 7 times. It won't happen tonight. The longest losing streak to Science Hill was 8. We're going to make it 3 in a row in Johnson City. As the clock stops at 2:19 to go in the football game, 27-7 Elizabethton. Hello, Kent Farr. Love listening to you guys. He's in Fresno, California. Sarah Sharpstein. Go Betsy, go. Thanks, Tom and RV, for calling a great game. Thank you, Sarah. It is Cannon.
Not putting a lot of weight on that right leg.
Right
so
leg,
I'm not
yep.
sure if it's an ankle. He may have gotten rolled up there at the end of that play.
Big brother's going up to UVA Wise to make us proud. Bradley Cannon going up there on scholarship.
Gosh, what a football player.
What a great kid.
Part of a lot of wins, and you're exactly right. As good of a player he is, he's so much just a better person. Just been blessed to be around him. Was able to coach him when he was in youth league, and just one of the nicest kids you'll ever meet. But he turned into a beast when he got on the football field. So we wish him and all the Cyclones. I'm afraid to start naming all the Cyclones that are playing, at the collegiate level, because I'm afraid I'm going to miss someone. But we have a slew. They're always Cyclones for life, and we're pulling for them as they start their seasons here in the next week or two as well.
Hello, Christy Lambert, and hello to Betty Lacey. I got to take her groceries out to her car one time, Food City. I said, "Can I push your buggy out there and load your groceries?" She said, "You certainly can." Hello, Miss Betty.
Number 1 fan, Tom.
Oh,
I'll just go ahead and say it.
Her and Patsy Lyons, love them. 40-yard line, hand off to the J-Train. He just drags bodies down inside the 40 to the 39 to the 38. 2:10 to play in the ball game.
I think we'll probably go for this right here with 2 minutes to go, 1 yard. Probably better off than trying to kick it and maybe give them a chance to, return something.
Science Hill fans are quiet, and it's thinned out looking down here in the stands. It's really thinned out. Wow. They've left early. 39-yard line. Cyclone Nation ain't left, I can tell you that. That's not good English. Hand off to J-Train to the 39, 38-yard line.
He's a little short.
It'll be a little bit short. That's okay. Clock at 1:37 to play in the football game. Looks like Science Hill takes over on downs here at their own 39-yard line. Cyclone Nation, ain't too many gaps. So there's one little gap over there, but not many. They're enjoying this and savoring this one. Hilltoppers take over on downs at their own 39-yard line. Clock at 1:35 to go in the football game. Elizabethton leads at 27-7. Yeah, that was one. Good job, Ashley. Thank you. Tomorrow, the Junior Cyclones play at the bank at Citizens Bank Stadium.
Full
So
slate of action there.
T.A. Duggar wins last night, 50-0 middle school varsity, 42-6 JV team over Daniel Boone. We streamed the varsity game. Then you go tonight with this one, and then tomorrow got the Junior Cyclones at Citizens Bank Stadium tomorrow. So come out there and watch the little guys tomorrow play
Future
football.
stars. The future stars.
You got it. The J Train. Vince Red. How about them Cyclones? There's one that could play.
Hey.
Oh,
Hey.
baby.
One of the best football players I was ever around.
Yep.
It was a pleasure to coach Vince.
39-yard line. Science Hill. New quarterback. Looks, throws to the near side. Caught and knocked to the 44-yard line. Hello, John Lee. So catch. Let's see, the new quarterback coach.
Taylor?
Taylor.
16?
Spencer Taylor, new quarterback. No relation. Got to be a great guy. Yeah, that's pretty game. That's pretty weak.
That's pretty weak.
That was pretty weak. 44-yard line. Taylor steps up, flushed out of the pocket.
No.
Sack! They got him.
Wow.
Back at the 39-yard line. Pocket collapses, and they get him.
Matthew Kent.
Matthew Kent, number 41, dropped the hammer on him. Kent, the senior, clock rolling, 50 seconds to play, and the celebration's about to begin here. We're bringing it back to Elizabethton, folks. Railroad Rumble number 3, and it'll be out on the trophy presentation. Andrew McKeon, the president of Carter County Bank, will gladly take it back from William Bobble, the president of the Bank of Tennessee, and the post-game trophy presentation. We're bringing it back to Betsy. Taylor will hand off, and he'll get to the 41-yard line. Hello, Brian Kraft. How you doing, sir? Woo, doggies. This was an impressive showing by your football team tonight, folks. If you're a Cyclone fan, you would be very proud. You can hear them over there. I don't know if you can hear them. You probably can't because we're in the press box, but I can hear them from here in an open window. Clock down to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cyclones win. 27-7. We've done it again 3 years in a row. We've come to Johnson City and go back with a W beside our name. Final score, Cyclones 27, Science Hill 7. And the rivalry on the 99th meeting, series now Science Hill 56-38-5. Sean Whitten now in his 17th meeting is now 6-11 overall, and he's now 4-5 in Johnson City against the Hilltoppers, winning the last 3 in a row. 27-7. Great springboard for this football team, Coach, and there ain't no other way to slice it. You come over here and beat this Science Hill team, school enrollment 3 times what we've got, beat them like we beat them 27-7. What a springboard for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I've been blessed to be a part of the community a long time and been around Cyclone football for a long time. I know what it's like to play and win and beat Science Hill, and this is a game, no matter what, is always, for our fans and our community, this is the measuring stick game. And wow, how the Cyclones responded to that challenge tonight and just really completely dominated the game. Both sides of the ball, both lines of scrimmage, secondary, you name it. Just they were a kicking game. Just an incredible first game by the Cyclones. Really impressed with the level of play this early in the season. So just a fantastic game. So proud of them. And the other thing too, I'd say it was a clean game. You had a few things here or there as far as penalties, unsportsmanlike thing like that, but really it was a clean football game. Just 2 teams going at it as hard as they could, and just so proud of our team, our players, our coaching staff, our fans, our band. Just a blessing to be a part of Elizabethton.
Thank you, Mary Smith. You're very kind. Thank you, Mark Minton. Great broadcast for both of us. I guess we passed Mark Minton's test. Put it right here. That's good.
I don't know about all that. First half was a struggle.
It was. If they just knew what was going on behind up here, we couldn't hear, couldn't see, but we did it. We got through Patty Simmerly, Sharon Eggers, James Eggers, Noreen Allen, Annette Forgy, Deb Googe, bringing the trophy back home. Teresa Honeycutt, hello, young lady. Cyclones win it 20-7. Let's recap the scoring as we get ready to go to Morristown West. And, of course, Science Hill will come back and take on the Anderson County Mavericks next week. So they go from the frying pan into the fire. That's a pretty big ball game.
State champions, that's right.
We'll run down some scores coming up here in a few minutes. Let's recap our scoring tonight. 7:21 to go in the opening quarter on a 75-yard drive, capped off with a Seth Mullins 8-yard run. Will Bowers point after the freshman kicker, 7-0 Cyclones. That's your first quarter score. Second quarter, Walling gets a fumble recovery. This sets up a next touchdown on a 3rd and 12. Jariah Griffin over the middle catch on a slant from Rhett Schlegel, took it to the house. Bowers point after a 14-0 Betsy. 7:58 and right back on the next drive on a busted play. Schwartz getting a lot of pressure in the backfield. The quarterback rolling out to his right, stopping, planting, and threw it right to Eli Blevins, who caught it, took it to the house for 35 yards. Point after good. 21-0 Cyclones. There's the trophy presentation down on the field. The Railroad Rumble trophies heading back to Betsy. Then you have their only touchdown was a Baylor necessary 1-yard plunge, point after good, 21-7. That's your halftime score. Coach, a big play, 4th and 6. As our kids are out there jumping them down, they got the trophy and they're loving it, jumping up and down, and they're taking it over to the sideline with Mason Ball toting it over there in front of the Cyclone Nation. And they're going bananas over there, jumping up and down. What a great festive scene over there.
Yeah, look here. Look at the students.
Student bodies now racing out on the field. So the students are out on the field now to help celebrate this big win tonight over the Science Hill Hilltoppers. 4th and 6, right before halftime, Coach. Wallen with a big pass breakup. If they score, it's a different football game because you go in at halftime, they get the second half kick. Wallen breaks up the pass on the 4th and 6. Our linebacker had a heck of a night. And so Wallen does it for the Cyclones. And that, of course, turned the table. 21-7 halftime score. We come back with one more touchdown. Zeth Wallen, a 13-yard run with 6:02 to go in the third. Point after was blocked, and it's 27-7, and that's your final score. Whew, me, oh my, what a game.
What a game.
What a defensive game. Our defense played lights out, holding this high-octane Science Hill football team to 7 points tonight. We'll come back with more on the postgame show. We will pick our Port Travis Deli's players of the game. That may be the toughest thing to do all night long.
I give up.
Goodness gracious. Back after this from Big John's Closeouts. Cyclones win 27-7. Come back with us. You're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone Football. Start thinking stains and painting. You got a full line. Tell us about that from Big John's Closeouts.
Yeah, we've got about anything that you might need in your interior painting supplies and stuff of that nature, from either Valspar or the California paint, which used to be many years ago Gray Seal paint. A lot of people remembers that. As far as that nature, we can mix different colors. We've got color charts that you can pick from. We've got your primers if you've got where you've had a water leak or whatever. We've got primers and things that you can put on there so it doesn't bleed through as far as that goes. And of course, we've got all your application items that you might need, from paint brushes to rollers to everything from Worcester, which is American made pretty much. And so we're very proud of that. You know, a lot of people will be starting to think about getting out on the deck now that it's getting warmer and things of that nature. Not only doing repair work with our full line of treated lumber and other stuff, but thinking about staining. You know, whether you want a semi-transparent, semi-solid, solid color stain. You know, we stock the Cabot line, and we're also bringing in a new line of stain that is a Ready Seal stain, which is almost bulletproof. You just pretty much with their stain product eliminate any brush marks, lap marks with your rollers. It flows, and basically you get an almost foolproof finish with that Ready Seal stain. We'll have about 6 to 8 colors in stock probably within the next 2 weeks of that. And so we're very excited about having that. That's going to be our newest line that we're adding.
It's awesome. It's all available. Big John's Closeouts here in Elizabethton. The hours are open, sir.
7:30 to 6 Monday through Friday, 8 to 4 on Saturday.
And how can we find you to find out more on social media?
BigJohnsCloseouts.com. You can also email us at experts@BigJohnsCloseouts.com or give us a call at 542-4755.
Well, we're great sponsors of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Be loyal, buy local at Big John's Closeouts here in Elizabethton. Look here in the screen. There's my granddaughter. Well, you're in the screen. I'm sorry. Cyclones win at 27-7. Hope Diaz, hello, young lady. Debbie Franklin. Corey Russell. How about that for a legend in Cyclone football?
One. You got that right.
Oh, baby. All right, we'll spin Coach over. London, you probably won't get behind me then. There you go. She don't want to be in the screen. There we go. Coach, 27-7 final. We got some scores. Players of the game tonight, very, very difficult to pick, I'll just tell you. But we're going to go with them because we've got to get a couple of guys to feed them at Poor Trav's Deli. 2 touchdowns tonight. Got the first one of the season. Played both ways tonight. He was hurt in preseason. Wasn't that long ago. He was on crutches. An 13-yard run in the third quarter, the last touchdown and the first touchdown, an 8-yard run to get it started. Zeth Mullins, one of our players of the game tonight, senior, fought off adversity, and what a story with number 7, our senior, Zeth Mullins, one of our players of the game, Coach.
Yeah, just like you said, just a hard luck story there, just getting injured early in the preseason and hadn't had a chance to really scrimmage really much at all, and to just come back and have the game that he did and burst, to score that first touchdown and really give us a spark. Just a great game all the way around. Like you said, he contributed tremendously on the defensive side, especially on those bubble screens, those quick screens. He was Johnny on the spot out there and just made play after play after play, even when they tried to block him. So great game by Zeth Mullins.
He's one of our players of the game. The other players, looking at some of these comments. Thank you, folks. You're very nice. Goodness. Ernie Berry. Hello to Regina Shepard, Riley Thompson, Brian Rucci. I'm sure I'm not saying it right. Ruchti. Ruchti. I'm just going to say Brian. Thank you. Mark Minton. You guys may struggle at times. Yeah, we did, but I feel like I'm at the game. God be the glory. Thank you.
That's it.
Scotty Arwood. Mike is the man. That would be Mike from Big John's Closeouts. Mike Barnett. So. Anyway, first player is Zeth Mullins. Our second player tonight had a pass breakup and an interception. A fumble recovery. Only a sophomore, number 28, Justice Wallen, one of our linebackers. Poor Trav Dudley, player of the game tonight. Coach, kid was everywhere. There's 4 or 5 kids we can give. We can't give a lot of sandwiches. We'll go out of business. We'll give them 2 tonight. Zeth Mullins and Justice Wallen.
Yeah, he just played a tremendous game. Just that linebacking core just did a great job. And a lot of it had to do with that defensive front, able to keep those offensive linemen off the linebackers and let them have the opportunity to scrape and make plays. And he certainly, Justice certainly took the opportunity and made the most of it. Like you said, that pass breakup there as time was winding down in the at the end of the first half was a huge play. And, if they're able to punch it in right there, it's a 2-score game. It completely changes the mindset and the approach. So, like you said, a fumble recovery earlier in the game, and just played all over the place, played so well. And like you said, we could have picked 22 guys for defensive or for players of the game, but just a tremendous team effort. And from an old Cyclone, I know what this game means to all the old timers, all the old Cyclones, and it doesn't get much better than this right here.
There's a football coach smiling down on us tonight. Would you not think?
Right.
Coach Ryder's going, right. Job well done, boys. My grandsons and their team did well tonight. So Cyclones win at 27-7. Hello to Cameron Trim, Kenneth Potter, Bailey McGee, Scotty Arwood, Jewelers Bench. We love you, Tom. That's got to be from John. As a matter of fact, it's good timing. We're going to play this commercial. Come on, close it out. Talk some more about what we've got going on. We got a lot of broadcasts coming up next week. We got T.A. Duggar, got volleyball. We'll tell you all about that. Don't go away, so you'll know when you can watch the Cyclones again next week. We'll do that right after this from the Jewelers Bench. Cyclones win 27-7.
Need help finding that perfect gift? Jewelers Bench provides the highest quality jewelry at incredible prices, providing unique jewelry for all occasions. With our own jeweler in-house, we offer custom-made pieces, as well as general maintenance and repair services. Whether you're shopping for yourself or someone special, we can help make your holidays sparkle. Always remember, you get more for your money at the Jewelers Bench.
From our family to yours, we would like to thank you for supporting our business for over 20 years.
And as always, we wish you
a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Again, back tomorrow. We would ask you to go to the bank and watch our junior Cyclones play tomorrow. They get 3 home games all year. Tomorrow's one of them. And different teams are playing different teams. Our different teams. The Grass Cutters, the Pee Wees, and the Mighty Mites will be there tomorrow at Citizens Bank Stadium. Our next string will be Monday. We got volleyball. Gate City coming to town. Again, Carly Williams and the Lady Cyclone volleyball team. 0-3, but played every team to 5 sets, including South Green, the defending state champ. And so we'll see them against Gate City on Monday, streaming here. Next Thursday, T.A. Duggar's home opener against Sevier. They went out and put 50 on Daniel Boone. See, I got our players of the game from that game from yesterday. Bryson Blevins, Nolan Loveday, Calix Daughtery, and Legend Pate. 50-0 varsity. JV won 42-6. So T.A. Duggar put 92 points on the scoreboard at Daniel Boone last night. We'll have them next Thursday, home opener at the bank against Sevier Middle School out of Kingsport. And the next Friday night, you and I load up, ride down to Burke Tony Stadium in Morristown for Morristown West. And I guarantee you down there they're going to look at this score and look at the film and go, them boys got a lot of weapons in Elizabethton. We got 3 running backs. We got a stout defensive line. A kicking game is pretty strong. They're going to go, Cyclone Nation's coming. We better strap it on because the boys from Betsy are coming.
Yeah, just it was a great effort tonight. And so celebrate, enjoy this one because it means so much to this region and our community. But Coach Witten's task and his challenge and the staff's challenge this week and the players is to appreciate this win, but it's on to the next one, and you've got to get refocused. And I can promise you that if we didn't have Morristown's attention, we do now. And so they're going to be ready. They're going to be preparing all week. We've got to focus, and that's what the championship teams were able to do here. They were able to put those wins behind them and get ready for the next opponent. So I wouldn't expect any less, but that'll be a challenge with some young guys.
Yeah. We're done with Science Hill. We're into round number 2. Morristown West now up next, and everything will focus on the Trojans in Morristown. Next Friday night we'll be there. Final score, 27-7. Judy Potter, thank you. Walker Webb says, tell them, Coach, you're telling them it means a lot to the old-timers playing and beating Science Hill. Final score, 27-7. Zeth Mullins and Justice Wallen are Port Travis Deli players of the game. Until we greet you again on Monday for the Tom Miller Sports Show from 11 to 1 every weekday. And Monday night we've got the volleyball. Let's close it out as we always do with the verse of the day. We always unapologetically close with the verse of the day. And it goes like this. It would be, if I can find it, Carly Williams. We sent her a go get 'em. Psalms 19:14. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing in your sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. Hope what we said tonight. In fact, we prayed before the game, and Coach prayed this time around. He said, hope what we say and what we do will be pleasing to you, and I think we represented him well.
I sure hope so.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, that's what matters. Win, lose, or draw. I told somebody today, I said, win, lose, or draw, the Lord's still on the throne. He's coming. And every day the sun comes up, he's a day closer. But tonight, we enjoy a 27-7 win over their big rival, the Science Hill Hilldivers. For Richard Van Huss, our superintendent, our great principal, Dr. John Mitten, who came at halftime, thanks Dr. J, as I call him. Our athletic director, Forrest Holt, our head football coach, Sean Whitten, along with Jordy Harrison, Michael Grindstaff, Devin Whitehead, Terrence Turner, Zach Allgood, Travis Hurley, Ryan Whitten, Chandler Mullins, Carter Everett, and Nick Miller. This, and for our color commentator, the Bill Anderson of High School Broadcasting. That's my buddy right there, RV, Richard Van Huss. This is Tom Taylor saying, as always, bloom where you're planted, and win or lose, be a good sport. Your kids are watching you. Don't be a yahoo. They emulate what you do. Win or lose, be a good sport. It's great to be a Cyclone. Woo!